This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on.
Fuck your feelings. Big chest back in the building. Like Brady boy, I stay winning. Chef Curry, range extended. Splash. Fuck your feelings. Debate all day, that's business. Either your ass, that's fitness. FYF got a hit list. Bitch, I'm the realest. Alpha male strong, that's illest. FYF gang, we will win this. Fuck the permission slip bitches. Ayy, yo. Fuck your feelings. FYF gang, be the realest.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on.
The paper chase, hurdles and relays, like a track meet. Drug fiends, bitches, foreign whips. Now that's my back street, stay humble. Being most hated is the consequence of success. Fast money always slows up. You gotta learn to invest. My flow, mastered. Money, I stacked it. Enemies, caskets. To women, I'm attracted. To my haters, outlast them. Passport stamped it. Getting funny work on consignment. Come on, now that's a backflip. Principles you stand on. Wasted talent, sad song. Beach house 1.5, but the car dad said 260. God, obedience, Jesus, repentance. The marathon continues, and I'm strong to the finish.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on.
FYF, okay. No one measure, remember them 3 letters come with pressure. Okay. We be steppers, man, can't stop, won't let up. Real debates, the haters gon' hate. That's what makes it special, it come with level. Yeah, this shit get better, no cap, new era. We got ammunition for the opposition and plenty witness, killing competition. Catch us late night on a panel cooking, but don't be fooled, this ain't your mama's kitchen. They say they don't, but they watch and listen, typing in the chat. You ain't got a lot to kick it. If you click the link, make sure you got permission, and don't forget, nigga, fuck your feelings.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on.
I know they ain't ready at all. I stay ready, time to ball. No referee, I got shots to call. Believe I'm the best, so I'm better than y'all. Fuck your feelings, you know that's law. Running it up, now we running it back. It's that full court pressure, don't cut no slack. Jam it to the max. Ooh, bank account still full of racks. For the competition, they done went missing. The champ is here, look how the ring glisten. It's honorable mention, don't ever forget it. It's FYF, don't care about the ticket. You know we with it, yeah. We gon' do whatever it takes. Fuck all the hate. FYF still going down. It's one of the greats.
All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready, no. It be too hard, we getting lit, cause we speaking on. Fuck all the clowns, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. All we going on. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them closure, yeah, the ones who do it for the bites. Are we going now? Supporters, no fans. LVCM, Bay, tucking on rear. Yeah, get hot, could be on the rear. Heart rate up, it's getting intense. All them people just speaking on nothing. Content clicks for the money. Hilarious, a bit too funny. Debunking this shit, yeah, we run it. Cover it up, Lakers to Hornets. LeBron to Jordan. Blazers in Portland. We get it sorted. Lights can afford it. Entertaining or boring. Whatever the top, but we act accordingly. Break it down, piece by piece. Been at this for too long. No elder but Rufus saying what he on. Lace better stay gone. We get them all done. We get them all done. Yeah, we get them all done. All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hot, we get it lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the closure, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Are we going now? All your feelings hurt when it get real. All of them fakes, so they ain't ready now. It be too hot, we get it lit, cause we speaking now. Fuck all the closure, yeah, the ones who do it for the bite. Are we going now?
FYF Sports, man. So, we back. Appreciate everybody pulling up today, man. Los Angeles Lakers, man. A lot of people talked about it. Yes, in fact, yeah, we definitely got to start it off. Mingo Jester. Rest in peace to the legend, man. Jim Brown, man. Probably had the best of his career after he finished football with a lot of the endeavors that he did to help the community. Once he was done, he put in a lot of social work. And I just think he's just one of those guys, because a lot of the work that he did was behind the scenes. He's never really going to get the true appreciation that he deserves. And he was an acquired taste with regards to a lot of the things that he said weren't the most popular with the black community. He was very honest, man. But you definitely got to give him his props, man. He definitely put in the work, man. Definitely rest in peace to the legend. Jim Brown, man, passed away at 87 years old, man. And, you know, that's what we all want to attain. You know, when you get 87, 90, we all want to get there. That's a long life, and he definitely made the most of all 87 years, man. He put in work, and he gave back to the community. The man will never be forgotten, man. Rest in peace to the legend Jim Brown. Look, y'all, today we got a lot of different things going on in this stream. All right, I was hoping to have Hoop Jargon and DaPope up here. Obviously, it seems like those two brothers got some other stuff going on. They didn't get back with me. I mean, at least Hoop Jargon got in the chat, said he's not going to be in till a little bit later. But we got to talk about it. Obviously, we got to talk about this Laker game. The Lakers put themselves in a massive hole going down 0-2 to the Denver Nuggets. A lot of us really looked at this game as a must-win game, right? A lot of us looked at this game as a must-win game. I definitely felt it was a must-win game. Let me make sure my mic volume's up. And you guys, if my mic volume is low, let me know. Somebody said yesterday on my stream that my mic volume was low. Oh, Hoop Jargon said he's ready. All right, Hoop Jargon, I'm about to drop that link. I'm going to get you up there. But yeah, the Lakers put themselves in a massive hole. And the funniest thing about the hole that they put themselves in is you can look to none other than the Lakers' two best players, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Careless mistakes. LeBron James is shooting woes in the fourth quarter, especially from the three-point line and coming back to hunt him. I think in the playoffs, they said he was 1 of 25 in the fourth quarter from the three-point line. And, you know, when you talk about LeBron James and some of the things that made him LeBron, I think the majority of his dominance should not be with him chucking up threes late game. It should be attacking the rim. And then when we did see a LeBron James attack the rim late game, a pivotal layup that really could have changed the dynamic of the game, he blew the layup. Great defense, great effort by the Denver Nuggets, man. You talk about a team with a ton of intestinal fortitude. Lakers went up. Lakers got sloppy. Lakers played undisciplined. And then the Denver Nuggets came back and took advantage of it. And then when Denver got the lead, they didn't relent. And it wasn't just that they got the lead. They had a humongous performance from Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray just seems like, man, he is one of the best tough shot makers in the NBA, especially in the clutch. And when he gets the right ISO, it just seems like the Lakers just don't have anybody that can stay in front of them. They don't have a defender that can do anything with them. And the Lakers have still struggled with what to do with that Denver Nugget pick and roll when Jamal Murray comes off that Jokic screen. They don't know whether to go under. And if they go under, Jamal Murray's been taking those threes with confidence and making them. When they chase over, he's been getting separation on that empty wing, still making those tough mid-range shots, right? Or he'll just probe dribble, get to the middle of the floor, and he's still making tough shots. He made tough shot after tough shot, and it seemed like whenever the Lakers made a run, Jamal Murray or Jokic were just one of those two guys there that just made a timely bucket, whether it was to keep them in the game, to stop the lead from blowing up from 11 to like 15 or 14, or is when they had the lead and the Lakers were making a run to close the gap, they did things. And, I think they had an opportunity there. I think there was an opportunity late game yesterday where I saw Schroeder ended up fouling Murray on the baseline. And I just thought, man, you just might have to hold your ground there and make him make a tough shot. But ultimately, the mistakes, starting with the stars of the Los Angeles Lakers, the mistakes from LeBron James and obviously Anthony Davis, when you get to this time of the year, for both LeBron and AD, you can't have these inconsistent up and down letdown games. I thought AD's defense could be impactful in this series if his offense wasn't rolling, but it just seemed like yesterday he had neither his defense nor his offense going. And it's just hard for me to envision a guy who can score 40 points one game, but then come back the next game and look like a shell of himself just that quick. I mean, we can see that. Okay, we got DaPope and we got Hoop Jargon here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for these guys. All right, today is also going to be a really good stream because we also doing our giveaways. All right, we're gonna be doing our gift card giveaways. So randomly throughout the stream today, just make sure y'all paying attention. Make sure y'all locked in. See, I always talk about y'all being focused, research purposes ready. Make sure y'all locked in because randomly throughout the stream today, I'm going to be putting up Amazon gift card codes on the screen. It's a free fall. It's going to be a free fall. Now, if you get it, all I ask is that you put in the chat that you got it and how much it was for. They're all random amounts. I mixed all the cards up, so I don't know what all the amounts are. So I have about 20 different cards, random amounts between $25 to $100. Right? Just a way to give back to you guys, man, because you guys been showing up, man, and showing out. I ain't gonna lie. You guys been showing up. Yesterday's stream was a great stream. We had Jayad on. So again, make sure you guys are paying attention, man. As we get through these conversations, man, make sure you guys are paying attention to the screen. And we're gonna be putting up a gift card. And like I said, it's a free fall. Last time, y'all was slipping. Y'all let one dude dang near get all the gift cards because he was just owning. Come on, y'all. Let's lock in. Let's make sure we get them. Hold on. Let me drop this link. This link is going to be for Hoop, Jargon, and Pope first. Probably going to bring some other people up here slowly. But let me get those two guys up to start. Yes, sir. Nicholas Brown. Get them likes up, y'all. Yesterday, we had a really good outing. We had about 700 likes. We probably should have got more than 700 likes, if I'm being honest. Yes, let's smash that like button. Get them likes up, man. All right, let's try to run the likes up to about 500-700 likes again today. Cushmaster says Nuggets versus Heat, book it. I mean, it's starting to look that way. Just like I was telling Hoop, Jargon, and DaPope, one of the things I was saying is, if Denver's able to win this game, I think it's just time. I think it's just time where we just kind of have to sit back and say maybe Denver's just a better team. right? Maybe it just and you know what? Also, it don't even look like Denver's just a better team. It looked like they just wanted more sometimes. And sometimes yesterday I felt like I could see the look of kind of desperation and just kind of maybe giving up a little bit in the Lakers' faces. I think that I saw the same look that I saw in the Warriors' faces when they were playing the Lakers, when they were just kind of looking around at themselves like, man, we are literally trying everything and they are still finding a way to win. And the Lakers played great yesterday. And I said the same sentiment with the Warriors. I watched the Warriors play their best game of the playoffs in game 1 and still lose. We saw the Lakers play really good basketball yesterday and still lose, at least early in that game. Late in the game, we can't say as much. That second half was atrocious. Defensively, they were giving up a ton. They did a better job of containing Jokic, but they did not have anybody that can contain Murray. And I talked about that being one of the Lakers' primary weaknesses going into the playoffs. Can they contain dynamic guards on the perimeter? And that was one of the struggles they had all season, man. We got Hoop Jargon. We got DaPope, man. Appreciate you guys being here, man. What are y'all? I'm going to start with Hoop, man.
What's the deal, man?
What's good?
The panel, man. Salute to the chat.
What's good? Appreciate you having us, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, we had, obviously the talk before the game, and we kind of shared some different opinions about the dynamic. And like you just said, to me, I'm a Lakers fan, but the better team you can see. The better team you can see. And yesterday looked pretty good, man. Up, like you said, all the way to about third quarter and some change. Whereas we built the lead, Rui Hachimura just playing, he made me a liar. Like, I was not impressed about the Rui Hachimura acquisition. But we stood in there, we stuck to it, and then the better team just started to show. And I just my whole thing, and I'll start here, I'll start broad, and then we'll start to parse through more specifically. But I just can't put a lot of stock on the team that's created doing All-Star game, even though it's a better iteration. We know that, but it's just I can't put the stamp on a team to go all the way when you're constructed as such. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I have to say, if this is the farthest the Lakers go, I honestly could walk away and say this was a successful season for the Lakers.
I agree.
And obviously you want to win the championship. Obviously, that's the goal. But with the ups and downs, like they weren't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to be here. And, if this is the end of the road for them, it's still a good season. To finish as one of the final 4 teams in the league. DaPope, man, what you have on yesterday's game?
Oh, man. So, you'd be shocked, man. You'd be shocked what I'm going to say here. But I had the Nuggets win handily. If people remember, some of y'all was here yesterday. Most probably all of y'all was here. But I had the Nuggets, if they played they brand of basketball 4 quarters, they'll watch the Lakers. I was wrong. I just now witnessed and noticed that the Nuggets y'all was right about they defense. It worries me because, and at first I'm thinking when y'all was saying they ain't got no defense, I'm thinking how bad could the defense be? Because Caldwell Pope is a good on-ball defender. Aaron Gordon he's so-so. He okay. He's not a slouch, but he's not an elite defender, but he's not a slouch. Jamal Murray, he's not a slouch. Jokic, he didn't got his defensive game, but he's not a slouch. It's not like a liability. They don't have no liabilities. Michael Porter Jr. even turned himself into an okay defensive player. But what I noticed is team defense, they are horrible. They don't, I guess they don't know how to talk on defense, communicate, but their rotations is all over the place. And the only thing I think, because the Lakers, I'm loving the Lakers' future, ladies and gentlemen. They've been holding the Lakers down all playoffs, and nobody really is saying it. LeBron James has been averaging 20 points, and that's really, he getting a lot of, when he do score 26 and that, if you notice, it be coming in garbage time, he really only be having like 18, 17 when it really matters in the game. and then he get them at last little bit of points, when it really don't even matter. And that's been all playoffs. AD has been up and down all playoffs. But the Austin Reeves, the Hachimura's, the Vanderbilts playing defense like he been playing on Steph Curry, De'Aaron Fox, now Jamal Murray. You talking about who else coming? Dennis Schroeder playing the defense that he been playing, been the pest he been. D'Angelo Russell, even though he got lows, he still hit timely buckets. That game 6 against the Warriors, they won that because of his fourth quarter performance. Lonnie Walker, the game against the Warriors when he went crazy in the fourth quarter, they won that because a lot of their role players has been stepping up. But you know who hasn't? LeBron James and AD, they're superstars. Their superstars haven't been superstars. But the role players, even the second half when they acquired all of those dudes in the trade, and the Lakers with AD and LeBron, they was 13th seed. When they acquired all of those dudes, they ended up having one of the better records in the NBA, and that was without LeBron. That was with AD even in and out the lineup with injuries. So we got to start giving a lot of shout outs to these dudes. And if the two superstars, LeBron James and AD, can wake it up and consistently give you what superstars are supposed to give you in the playoffs, I believe Austin Reeves will continue to be Austin Reeves, and Hachimura will still do his thing, and Vanderbilt will play tough defense. Dennis Schroeder, tough defense. D'Angelo Russell will hit some buckets that you're going to need. I don't know. I ain't going to say the series is over if those things can happen.
Hey, I think the one advantage that the Lakers have, the one advantage that they have is that they've been undefeated at home, and they get to go back home, and there's a humongous advantage. And then and like what you said, DaPope, there are like Denver is showing some exploits where you can beat them. The one thing that Denver has proven is that if you don't maximize on taking full advantage of them problems, the deficiencies that they have the firepower to come back from any deficit with the shot making ability of Jokic and Jamal Murray. And that has seems to have been the X factor so far, the ability to make shots clutch in a late game, timely buckets. And the Lakers, man, LeBron James is going to have to find another way to attack this defense other than chucking up threes, because they're going to give that to him in the fourth. They're going to sit in the paint, and he's going to have to get off the ball. He's going to have to get the ball to Schroeder. He's going to have to try to work some type of pick and roll with, I think, Anthony Davis or Rui Hachimura, but just going ISO at the top of the key, chucking up threes, they living with that. And
all
so
day,
far,
the month. I mean, but this is
good.
like what he was doing early in the year, though. Him and Westbrook was bricking it up, right? In that era of ball, I was one of the people, again, a Laker fan. I was just like, no, that it is not going to work. Mm-hmm. That's not good enough. Because of active 3-point shooters, LeBron and Westbrook were like at the very bottom of eligible 3-point shooters, being in the sub 30s. Now he's at 25%. So I mean, I get it, man. He's great. LeBron James has the aura that, I got him top 4 all time. But the fact of the matter is, it's like this 38-year-old excuse thing that kind of shows his head and then goes away. It's like, bro, you just got to evaluate the player for who he is, man. And at this stage of his career, he cannot shoot. He does not want to drive, right? He can facilitate his ass off. He still can rebound his ass off. We know that. But overall, he has a lot of holes. And he had 22 with 0 for 6 from 3. Like, dude, that's going to get you beat. So it's just funny how, I watched Kendrick Perkins talk about it. And he's like, oh, he ain't showing no sign to slow it down. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Missing wild dunks?
Like that layup that he missed at the end of the game some years ago, he would have power dunked that on somebody. It just looked like he just don't have that same lift. And maybe that's why he's relying more on the jumper.
I'm 39, bro. Like, our bodies betray us, bro. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, they do.
But and see, that's, to me, it's like this. What nobody want to keep say is LeBron is the reason Lakers lost last night. They was in the game. It was a battle. If he don't chuck up them threes at the end of that game and miss them, the Denver Nuggets scored off of those missed threes. The league got stretched out. He didn't. It was no need for those threes. That was very bad. That ain't got nothing to do with age. Your IQ should tell you already 0 for 19 in the fourth quarter shooting threes. That you was that already. So, I mean, you should be smart enough of a player to know, okay, these are important buckets we need. We need for sure buckets at this stage right now, and we can close them out. We've been playing them good because the Lakers was basically having a way with them all game. And Jamal Murray went crazy. If it's not for Jamal Murray going crazy and the Lakers not rebounding, you got Vanderbilt with 2 rebounds, Hachimura with 1 rebound. Everybody got 1 or 2 rebounds except for Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And LeBron gonna have to take the approach to if he know I can't do the 35 piece, the 30 piece, 40 piece on a nightly basis. When my main focus for this team is since I got scores in Austin Reeves, Hachimura, AD gonna give me at least 20 something to 30 to 40. Okay, and D'Angelo Russell, Lonnie Walker come in and give us a little bit something. My focus needs to be locking up on defense and grabbing all the rebounds, helping AD try to grab. Because if LeBron grabbed 15 rebounds instead of 9, they win this game. The rebounds is hurting the Lakers so bad. They was winning the game in the first half handily because they was winning the rebounds. Second half, they got out rebounded. And if them other dudes don't step up, I know other people got to help rebound, but LeBron should exert all his energy on trying to snatch all the rebounds, limit Denver's second chance points, and to get you some second chance points.
I mean, when I kind of look at it, like when I look at that 3 he took late game, did he miss it? Yeah. I don't know if that's the reason why they lost. Like, I'm looking more to the plays where you had the wide open layup and you trying to go for the reverse dunk. And instead of just taking the 2 points, you turn the ball over. You could have extended the lead to double digits and you kept it at single digits by missing that layup. And I'm looking at plays like the broken coverage by D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell broken coverage. He gave up back-to-back threes in that third quarter. And it's just like, it's times like that where I'm like when you have the lead, and your defense can't hold and you're giving up big shots after big shots. I mean, I can look at a lot of moments. I don't know if that 3 or the missed 3 that he had, because that was a good look. He was wide open. I mean, he hasn't been making them, but it wasn't a horrible look. If he makes it, then we calling him a hero. So no.
Yeah, that's it. Big if though. That's it. That's what the thing. And it's the time with I understand the dunk that he fumbled the rock. They was up 10 or they up 8, and that was second quarter. That really didn't have nothing to do with the fourth. When it's down, when it's money time, it wasn't just 1 3. It was 3 in a row in the fourth quarter when you need all these buckets. That's what. I don't know why people. And I see Steve's reacts. He say, "Why you not saying nothing about AD?" That's what's crazy is people want to try to blame AD. AD is sticking Jokic for the most part of the game. The guy that's putting up video numbers all playoff long, he's sticking Jokic. He does have 14 rebounds. He did get 4 blocks. He did put up 18. Yeah, he missed a lot of shots, but he was trying to be aggressive, and he was putting up shots. He missing them. And on top of it, we already been known to this about AD since New Orleans Pelicans. He been the same nigga since then. So if you surprised, he did just give you 40 last game and had to deal with Jokic on the defensive side. Can AD get a goddamn break and LeBron step up and get the 40 piece? It ain't no AD fault. AD played swell last night, 4 blocks. Not only is he going Jokic, he got to protect the rim against the cutters. He got to help. He got to do all kinds. Come on, man. Y'all trying to throw in AD. It's LeBron James jacking up them threes, 3 in a row when in the clutch moments.
So you saying it's cool for AD to shoot 4 or 15 from the field?
No, he had a bad shooting night. You can say he had a bad shooting night, but he still was out there battling. He was battling, bro.
What he say the same thing about Bron in the fourth quarter? Bron was guarding Jokic in the fourth quarter, switching out on Jamal Murray.
You know what? Bron was doing a damn good job on Jokic too.
You feel me, Lamont? 0-5 from the field.
He
three
was
turnovers with Bron guarding him. So
he was. That's why I said. Remember, I said before the series start, they need to put Bron on Jokic. That's the best
so look,
matchup.
So Bron on Jokic. Jokic to me played a bad offensive game last night. He was passing in the first half. He was passing up a bunch of shots that he could have. That he usually right there. He trying to pass it. He had a couple turnovers for not being aggressive. He was being very passive aggressive in the first half, and he really offensively, as you see, is 23 points. He really wasn't there all game, whether Bron was there or not. I don't think it was Bron that actually stopped him. It was him just not in that. I'm gonna take over.
But Bron,
that was some strips. He had multiple strips on ball right on Jokic. I mean, he and he forced him into some bad misses late game just by being physical with him on the catch. Like you saw that one play.
He fouled the hell out of him on one.
On one play, but that's what they teach you. Like on that spin move. Remember what happened when AD was in that same spot in game one, where Jokic hit that spin move because AD wasn't physical on the spin. Jokic got a dunk at the rim. As soon as he spun off Bron hits him in the ribs. All right, you're going to feel this. The refs can't see it because obviously you got to understand angles, know what you can get away with. He got away with it. Forced Jokic. Jokic couldn't get to the rim. He missed that floater. So you got to give him credit for the good things that he did. I think offensively, going back to that stagnant style where he's just dribbling at the top of the key or just looking for AD in the post and there's really no movement. That just ain't. I don't know if that's really what's hitting right now. If you're trying to come back from you got a deficit now when you had to lead. I think they just needed something more dynamic, moving the ball, finding ways to get Rui back involved because he had a great first half.
I think you're right. I think Bron deserves credit for playing good post defense because that's something that defense in general, and I've made this case for the last 10 years. He's been horrible, and it's not because he can't do it. I don't know, because I guess he exerts himself on offense too much, and then you just get a mixed bag of nuts. Now he's very good, coming off a weak side, that's his thing. He has very good anticipation. So that's why he got that steal late in the game, and then he smoked the layup. But he's really good with that. But as far as on ball, well, shit, not even that. With Kyle Kuzma push him into position, it's so many references you can show of him playing bad defense. But you got to give him credit for playing good defense yesterday. So you got to take the good with the bad. So let me say that as we go forward.
And I'll say this too, when we talk about Jokic and the scoring of 23 points, that's cool, but offense ain't just scoring. He had 12 assists. He had 4 offensive rebounds. So it's when we talking about Jokic, he impacted it. He had a triple-double in the third quarter before the fourth quarter, I think. He ain't scoring in the fourth quarter, but when we talk about the defense he was playing, like Lamont said, he was stripping the ball, passing lanes, good post defense. Like I said, 0-5 from the field in the fourth quarter. The defense that was being played in the fourth quarter, Vando was nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter because he was on the bench, and D'Lo was in there. That's the real problem I see. Like I said it yesterday, if D'Lo not producing, that means LeBron becomes the primary ball handler. I don't want Austin Reeves controlling pick and roll because the spacing is bad. If LeBron is on the wing waiting to catch a shoot, waiting to receive a catch and shoot three, as opposed to Austin Reeves, that changed the whole dynamic of the offense for the Lakers. And like I said, LeBron being on ball for 2.5+ quarters, I expect him to tire down. The threes, I didn't like the threes, but
you can't have it always, though, bro. You can't have it always. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a better off-ball performer.
We just gave this. He ain't hit a 3 in the fourth quarter.
Right. That's a him problem, bro. It's not a situation problem.
Does anyone think that they could win this thing? Does anyone think they could come back?
I think so.
I only believe they can come back because they've been playing so well at home. Hey, somebody has some background noise.
I got some.
Yeah, somebody got a lot of background noise. No, I believe.
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I believe they can come back only because they undefeated at home, and it's really hard to win in Staples. And they play, especially the role players, played great. So I gotta see how Denver reacts on the road, how they play on the road. Was it the momentum in the crowd in Denver that just had them rah and ready to go?
Yeah.
How did they react on the road? That's gonna be a test. Remember that we talked about the bubble, and in the bubble, you lose that home and road advantage or disadvantage. Now they got to come on the road, man. Did they lose a little bit of the advantage they might have had? And then when you get down 11, if they do go down 11 in Staples Center, without that crowd behind them, are they going to be able to sustain and stay disciplined and come back? That's going to be the true test.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Lamont.
I have a tough time seeing them coming back.
What I don't know, man. I feel like Denver has to win Game 3 because I feel like if they let the Lakers win one game, especially when they know they got another game at home, they might give them a little bit too much confidence. Denver right now has to just go ahead and put their foot on the neck. You can't give them no daylight or breathing room at all. You got to get as much separation as possible if you really want to beat them. That's what I believe.
I agree, but my Lakers are the one at the disadvantage. The disadvantage right now. I mean, because we got to win it in 7, affectionately speaking. Well, 6 is possible, but winning 4 in a row when you drop 2 on the road, we don't know how likely that is.
You think they could come back from 3-1?
Huh?
Lamar, you think they could even come back from 3-1?
Well, LeBron's done it before.
I mean, bro, a game at a time. You know what I'm saying? But I think
like
I feel like
in the chat. Let's talk about the 38 one. They keep giving him. He's 38, so no, he can't come back 3-1. That's what's funny. Everybody in the chat who said you expected 38, but I bet you if they go down 3-1, the first thing I say he did it before. That's not when he was 38, sir.
I mean, that's fair.
like you just said, like you said, Bron can't carry no more. He did it in Game 7 of the last series, though. So we can't. He can do it. He can. What you mean, 39-9 in a closeout game?
You think he carried them, or that was a whole team collectively balled out?
I think that was Bron's best game of the whole playoffs.
Okay, that was his best game, but did he have to carry his team? Was his team playing ass and he carried his team, or was he just a part of them?
And they was playing well. I'll tell you that.
Here's the problem, bro. LeBron, his jumper's broken.
Who is that talking?
That boy like he in a phone booth.
Yeah, your mic is messed up.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my mic, man.
Damn, bro, that shit going out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
but I think
I said the main. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh, my bad. It's all good. I think Denver Nuggets is in trouble with that. They team defense. It's a problem, my G. And if the Lakers wake up on that team defense, the Denver team defense is ugly. I just love.
How does it sound now? Does it sound better?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, sound better.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I'm worried about, and if the Lakers rebound, I believe Hachimura can give you more than 1 rebound. I believe Vanderbilt can give you more than 2 rebounds. And I believe LeBron could even give you more than 9. I think AD will stay around that 14, 15. Hell, don't let him get 18 to 20. Because if you look at it, 40 rebounds to 49, just think if the Lakers even tie him 49 rebounds to 49, look how many different positions the Denver Nuggets don't get, extra possessions, I mean. So I think the Lakers is capable of rebounding with them. It's going to take a collective team thing to rebound. And that right there, they could beat the Nuggets because they defense, like y'all was saying yesterday, it is suspect.
Hey, man, but here's the thing. LeBron's jumper is broken, bro. And it's, I mean,
71% from twos, though, so.
Okay, but.
A lot of bad threes, bro.
Yeah, his 3, I mean.
71%. His threes is ass. I'm agreeing with you.
I feel what you're saying, but 0 for 6 last night, and they still, if they just could have rebounded, if they could have, let's say LeBron, he missed them 0 for 6. Let's say they rebounded about 3 to 4 of them threes he missed, and they put it back up with a 2.
The problem, like with the as far as the rebounding, like when the Lakers on defense, the problem with the rebounding is AD is the only big down there. When we got so much switching going on, Rui on the perimeter, Vando on the perimeter, and you got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, KCP, they all crashing, but Rui and our tallest players are starting on the perimeter, basically is what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why the rebound's so lopsided like that.
That's why your guards, you can't let but look at you say that, but Jamal Murray got 10 rebounds. So I'm like,
Our guard, everything got to be better at the end of the day. Everything, guard play, defense, transition defense, the most important thing.
for
They
sure.
suck at that. The Lakers suck at that.
Yes.
And look. So if you grabbing rebounds, can they get out in transition like that? You limit all of that.
Me and you got the keys to the game. You feel me? It's all about, you know what I'm saying, how they plan on the floor and how they play defense. Like I said, if you go ahead,
stopping their transition really is about you taking quality shots and not turning the ball over. If you take quality shots, they don't get into transition. If you don't turn the ball over, they don't get into transition. Those are going to be the two big things. So,
well, also AD, bro. AD, when he falls on the ground, bro, he takes 3 years to get up.
LeBron old ass. That's what everybody on the Lakers. That's what everybody.
Oh, bro.
That's what everybody.
But AD do it worse than anybody, bro. He'll go for the basket, and then falls on the ground, and it looks like he needs a wheelchair to come out and pick him back up.
Sure, he does.
I mean,
and
that happens, but they got to the Western Conference Finals with that happening the whole entire time.
No,
I ain't really
true.
buying that one. They got bigger problems than that. For the most part, AD been getting back defended. Like, I ain't gonna get on the few times where he fall. Sometimes that happens.
There was a couple of times too, Lamont, where he just got flat out outran by Jokic up the floor. That I done seen that happen way too many times.
Hey, is it me or is Jokic look like he fast? Is it just my TV? Because he be
Jokic does everything. Jokic does a lot of things I wish AD would do, bro. Like the way he backs his defender down in the post. So how he gets to the basket. He gets closer to the basket. He gets way closer to the basket. Yeah, no, he is. But he gets way closer to the basket in ways that I wish AD would do instead of settling for jumpers and little hooks. I wish AD would back down more to get to the basket closer, but he just doesn't.
But it's always been AD though, bro.
Okay, but if you look at how Jokic playing them, he's giving them that mid-range jumper.
Yeah, when
you
you
look
wait
at how they
270, it's a little bit easier to back down, knock somebody down to the rim.
It's mentality too, though. It's mentality. Like AD likes to float in that left corner.
The way they playing AD, they giving them that floater, that 12-foot mid range. They giving it to him. So if that's open, he was getting the same shots in game 2 he was getting in game 1. Just missed them.
Yeah, I feel that. But
he settles a lot,
bro,
man.
he just don't look aggressive, bro. He don't. I get it, but he also a lot of times isn't aggressive at getting to the basket.
Thank you. He settles.
It's one thing. Yeah, it's one thing if he's really trying to get to the basket and they're playing him like that, but he really don't even try a lot of times, bro. And he just throws up a little.
I don't want to say he doesn't try, man. You don't score 40 points in game 1 not trying, bro. He tried.
No, in that game,
come on, I mean,
Lamont, in that game,
I think the Lakers can do a better job of helping create space for him to attack. I don't think the Lakers do the greatest job. So a lot of plays, it looks like they're just throwing the ball to him, saying, "Please go make something happen." And it's really not a lot of man movement, ball movement, any type of setup or action to really put him in a situation to attack. And that gives Denver the capability to load the paint up. And they understand that AD, he's not Jokic. He's not the most elite playmaker. He's not going to see all these guys cutting and moving. So we can load up. We don't have to worry about the repercussions of him kicking it out, beating us with playmaking. And even the times he does kick it out, they're not even the greatest passes. So Denver's just doing a really good job of understanding AD's weaknesses and the Lakers' deficiencies offensively. And they say, okay, we're going to load up. If y'all want to do this, post him up on the mid post and just let him go to work. We're just going to load up and see how well he can play make, or he's going to have to score over 3 of us.
Let me say
that's why I feel like D'Lo is the key, man. If D'Lo is not hitting, if he's not home, that mess up the whole offense. Because like I said, that turned Bron into the primary ball handler. Like,
I'm gonna say something drastic, bro. D'Lo need to come off the bench.
I mean, probably that's probably true. I mean, his offense is not making up for his bad defense. His defense has been more of a liability in the series, especially late game.
And Lamont, let me say this:
he need to come off the bench. He just needs to play better.
No, he need to come off the bench.
The fact of the matter is, like we talked about on the Pope stream yesterday, the better team is winning right now. And that's true. That's my whole argument. The better team is winning. They know who they are. They got the better coach. And listen, man, Darvin Ham is doing a damn good job for a first-year head coach. A damn good head job coming from starting Westbrook off the bench, because obviously him being a starter is not the way to go, right? Having Austin Reeves, emerge as a playmaker slash, a guy that that's going to make the shot, just having attempts. Like he's an everyday guy. Darvin Ham gets credit for that, getting rid of Thomas Bryant and incorporating Jared Vanderbilt, how he's been doing. He's been doing a damn good job, but Michael Malone's a better coach than him. He has more tenure. Jokic is the best player on the court, right? Jamal Murray, you can parse him anywhere where 3, 2, 3, 4, but they just have the better team. Like even guys like Aaron Gordon is like one of their not worst players, but worst starters. Like they're just loaded, bro. They're long, MPJ. They just got the better team. So
he scared me. Hey, shout out to I love my light-skinned brothers, man. But y'all, that's a real saying when you say stop acting light-skinned, man. You think look at all these light-skinned niggas. They always coming up short, being too pretty. Oh, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Anthony Davis. It confused like a mixed chap. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Can't depend on these light-skinned niggas.
Do we really feel like the Nuggets is just like it's no debate that they better than the Lakers? Is it close, or is it like how
it's definitely close. Here's the problem. Like the thing is, this is you got a 7-game series to get it right. And like Jokic said, I don't care how we win, a win's a win. Yep. I don't care if it's ugly. And what they're doing is they're winning the game within the game. They're winning the small battles. And the Lakers are losing these small mental battles. They're losing out on the 50-50 balls. They're not making the timely shots. It almost seems like every time Denver needs a timely shot and we see Jamal Murray with the ball, you can almost predict that the shot's going in. Like they just know how to get the job done. I think Hoop Jargon keep making a good point. They know who they are. None of the guys are playing outside of who they are. Aaron Gordon was struggling in the first half yesterday because he didn't know whether to be in the mid post or stretch out to the 3-point line. And he still didn't allow that Laker change in their defense to force him out to the 3-point line, chucking up threes. He still played his same game. And I think the Lakers need to take note. Play your same game.
Bingo.
And if they can, they'll have a chance. If they get this game 3, they have a chance. But
I will say this though about Darvin Ham, because we gave him his praise for the job he's done and what he's doing now. But I will say, after game 1, I thought I would never see that 3-guard lineup again. Not only did he put that lineup back out there, but he put that lineup back out there without Jokic on the floor. I thought that was a terrible coaching decision by him. You stay big when Jokic when Jokic to the bench.
I don't mind that though. If you put that lineup in and Jokic's not on the floor, I don't mind it.
Yeah, because you want to save them bigs for when Jokic come back. You want to have
but D'Lo was one of the guards. But D'Lo was one of the guards on the court though. That's why I'm so upset with it. Because D'Lo was one of the guards on the court, and he scored 10 points all in the first quarter.
That 3-guard lineup so far in this series has been what has screwed them. Has really screwed them in this series. Every time they put a 3-guard lineup, they're getting cooked. Every time they've done that.
And like I said, the D'Lo is one of them guards in that 3-guard lineup. That's why it doesn't work. That's why I don't like it being displayed on the floor at all. I don't want to see the lineup at all. Like I said, I thought he learned his lesson after game 1. But he did that in the most I think in the third quarter or something like that. Midway through the third quarter, he did that. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
and then Rui and LeBron was the 4-5. Like, no.
Yeah, you should see a consistent 2-guard lineup in this series. Every time they put a 3-guard lineup in this series, they've been getting cooked.
Hey, you know what? Somebody said this and I called them crazy. But they might have to try Tristan Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going in the way I saw LeBron guarding Jokic because of the physicality. Because of the physicality alone, because what you want to do is you need to free up Bron and AD, especially Bron, so that when they get those rebounds, they can go, as opposed to being buried under the rim. And so if you can put a body like a Tristan Thompson, who we know can be physical, on the post presence, and it will have an impact on Jokic's game, you can get those quick outlets to LeBron, and you can get AD and those guys in transition themselves. I think that could have an impact if you have a guy. I think Tristan Thompson can have an impact the more I look at how you defend Jokic. I really think so.
That's literally
all he got to do is play 10 minutes.
Hey, Lamont,
10 minutes, man.
In there? Lamont, wasn't he in there in like the second quarter or something? Like briefly?
I can't remember.
DNP. Briefly.
Hold on, let me get to Flex Sweat. Flex Sweat, what's good, man?
Hey, what's good with it, Lamont?
What's up, man? What you got on the game?
So I just wanted to give my perspective real quick. So I always try to factor in the experience from LeBron, and obviously he's been to so many different conference finals and finals over the years. I keep going back to this is a possible 7-game series, and in a series like this, there's a lot of strategy involved. And endurance, fatigue, injuries, as these games go on, they start to matter more. When I was watching last night, I was looking at Murray and I was looking at Jokic, and they were looking extremely exhausted. Now, granted, they've won these 2 games and they look pretty good in these games. But as this series goes on, with the amount of usage that Jokic and Murray have been used these first couple games, I'm just interested to see how this plays out if the Lakers win these next 2 home games. Will Denver's star players have enough in the tank in this long series? That's just something I kind of keep looking at. But Denver has played really well. You want to give them credit. But can Jokic and Murray continue this and have the stamina through a possible 7-game series? That's my question.
I would say it's more of a question if LeBron can.
Right. I didn't make that. That's just something you should be. That's different.
That's what we've been kind of seeing. Like just kind of losing gas a little bit.
Oh, no, you know what? Let me add to that. Let me add to that. So as far as the LeBron situation, if you watch these games in the fourth quarter, the reason he's taking these 3-pointers, at least in my opinion, is he's trying to preserve energy. And I think he's factoring in that I have to go for a possible 7. So I think he's taking spurts to where he plays hard and doesn't play hard. And you can even see with AD as well. There's some games he plays hard, and there's games he doesn't, and they typically play hard when they have to.
So 4 blocks,
you listen to all the analysts,
ain't playing hard.
Not to his full capability. In my perspective, no.
He played hard last night.
He played hard.
In my perspective, what AD is capable of, I don't think so.
With this. He didn't play hard. He missed shots. Lamont said
if any
reason because they don't run no kind of sets for him. I agree with that. They offense is like just dump it to him and then let him go to 1-on-1. It ain't no.
Can I rebuttal that real quick and finish my point? The reason I'm saying AD doesn't play hard is one of you guys made the point earlier. He's not hustling back, which is hurting their transition defense. So when I say play hard, I'm not just referring to offense. I'm talking about getting back on defense. So I don't care if you score 18 points and 14 rebounds. That looks good on the stat sheet, but in the course of you actually trying to win a game, it's not helping them as far as the effort through the entire game. That's what I mean. So stat sheet looks really good. 18 and 14 looks pretty good.
Let me say this to that. Rebuttal you for this. Okay. Getting back on defense, the Lakers not getting back. Your guards got to get back. The guy at the top of the key got to be back and stop the ball from coming. AD is with where Jokic is, who grabbing 17 rebounds. So most of the rebounds he grabbing.
And he's bringing the ball off the court.
So what I'm saying is, AD is I see him sprint back, but what I've seen is Jokic is faster than him. But that's a shock. I know that might be a shock.
Bro, you're making my point for me. That's hustle. You're making my point for
hustling.
me. He's not hustling back.
As fast as Jokic.
Bro, stop. Let me stop for a second. You truly think Jokic is faster than AD? Are you saying
he's showing it? That's what I'm seeing.
Come on, bro.
Hold on. Wait. Time out. Are you not watching?
That is true, Pope.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Hey, so wait. Are you not saying Jokic is moving up the court faster than damn near all the players?
He's hustling more than AD. That's not that he's
That's
not
my point.
Is he
That
not
is my
moving
point.
fast? Forget hustling.
He's
Is he not
hustling,
moving
bro.
fast?
Hey, listen. You could be
I don't want
slower
to
than
answer
me.
that.
Hold
Hold on. Can I get
I
an
am
answer?
answering. You could
Is
be
he
slow.
not
Hold on,
moving fast?
bro. Listen to what I'm saying. You
Hold on,
could
y'all.
be
One at a
slower.
time.
Exactly.
Y'all. One at a time, man. Let
Yeah,
Pope.
I'll
Let Pope
answer.
finish. Gotta let Pope.
No,
I'll
I'm
finish.
finished. I just wanted for them to answer that because I'm that's why
Yeah,
I
I'll
asked y'all
answer
earlier.
it.
Am
You
I tripping
listen.
or is he moving fast?
Hold on, listen. You could be slower than me, right?
Nobody
But
answers
if you're,
still.
I'm answering it. But if you're running back and I'm just lollygagging back, even though I'm a faster guy, you're still gonna beat me down the court because you're giving your full effort. I'm not. I'm lollygagging, jogging back to the other end of the court.
I
That
never
doesn't mean
seen
you're.
AD jogging. I seen AD sprinting. He just couldn't catch
Whoa. Well,
Jokic.
you never
Bro,
seen AD
I
jogging.
don't know what game
No,
you're
I'm
watching.
saying not last
I
night.
don't know
I
what
didn't see
game
him
you're
jogging.
watching. The game, look, the games I'm watching,
He's
he's not
clearly
hustling back,
jogging.
and he's complaining to the refs, which is stopping him from hustling back.
Bro,
That's the
okay.
game I'm watching.
All right.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That complaining to the refs will get you beat every time.
Every time. Him
I
and
hate
LeBron are
that.
doing that.
That annoys me. That annoys
Yeah.
this because
And there's
LeBron does
plenty
it
of
a lot,
plays.
and yeah,
The
they do
Denver
that a lot.
Nuggets was doing it all first quarter because they had so many foul calls on them, but
I don't see Jokic doing that, bro. Jokic gets right back to the other side of the court.
they was complaining all game. The Denver Nuggets, well, not all game, but I know that first, and the coach had to tell them, stop, just play ball.
And another thing Jokic doesn't do, Jokic doesn't fall to the ground and then take 3 centuries to get back to the other side of the court. I don't ever see Jokic do that, bro. AD literally he'll get pushed or whatever, fall to the ground, and look like he needs to ask for water or something to get back up.
Okay, let me ask y'all something. Is this y'all first time watching AD when he became a Laker?
I'm talking about
So first off, I'm a
is this
lifetime
y'all
Laker
first time
fan.
watching AD since he became a Laker?
I've been watching AD since he's been in Kentucky. I've been watching AD since
So
Kentucky.
then you should know. To me, you should know who AD is. Period. You should know what he is. It should
They
be
got nothing to
exactly
do with what we're talking about. Yeah, they got nothing to do with what we're talking about, though, bro. I mean, what's that got to do with what we're talking about?
What I got to do what you're talking about is y'all act like
that
you
doesn't make
shocked that
anything we're
AD
saying not true. We're not
AD
shocked. We're
doesn't
just
hustle every game. You act like you shocked that AD
okay.
can
They
give you
got
41 game and he give you 18 another game. You act like y'all shocked.
okay. They got
But
that doesn't mean
that's
it's
my
not
bro.
true.
That's my point. That was my point. He's not giving 100% effort. That was my point. You just said it right there.
Just because
do y'all think that might be because of lingering injuries?
But I
was about to say that Lamont. Sometimes when AD play, I think he playing not to get injured.
No, I think he's playing hurt. That's what I think.
That too, but I think he, certain games you'll see it. He'll shoot that jumper instead of putting that shoulder into you.
But I think he's done all right.
A lot of players
right
play with
so
injuries,
far.
bro. A lot of players play with injuries and they still hustle. A lot of players play with injuries and they still hustle.
That's my point.
Bro.
Exactly.
Look,
So this is
what is AD's injury?
I already see that. This is gonna be AD fault if the Lakers.
No, this is gonna be LeBron fault.
That's not true.
Saw him lose. We just saw him be responsible for the Lakers losing the first 2 games. This is gonna be on LeBron. Don't try to.
I just thought y'all.
No, yeah, we really at the end of the day we see what we seeing, man. Bron took some ill-advised threes in game 1 and game 2. He not absolved from no blame.
It's not on one person though. LeBron gets the lion's share. But it's a combination of things. It's not one person. You got 2 stars on this team. LeBron is the leader. He deserves the lion's share for how he's been playing. But AD is supposed to be your best player. And AD's doing a lot of things that AD's doing a lot of things that are also contributing to the way the Lakers are playing.
But that's AD. When I say that, it's like, look, why is AD a Laker? Because of LeBron.
Okay.
He's a Laker because of LeBron. We all knew who AD was before he was a Laker.
In consideration for the best big man in the league.
That's when
behind DeMarcus Cousins.
I never considered him that.
Denver's a bad matchup for the Lakers anyway. It's like.
Hey, real quick, let me get.
There was never a time when
I'm going on Darvin Ham.
Go ahead. What you got on
Darvin Ham real quick? So he has to take a lot of this responsibility. I'm gonna tell you why. His guarding the pick and roll. The first half, and Lamont, you're a ball player, so you know what I'm talking about here. The first half, Schroeder and some of the other guys would go over the top on that pick and roll. They did a very good job. Second half, Darvin Ham didn't make the adjustment, and they started going underneath, especially in the fourth quarter. That's when Murray started getting hot. Okay, that's one point. Point number two, why is Rui not playing more minutes and taking more shots? Can someone answer that? Why is Rui not playing more minutes and taking more shots?
Maybe because he ain't doing nothing but shooting. He needs to grab some rebounds.
Hold on, no, but I can hold on. I can piggyback off your question, bro. Why is Rui not playing more than D'Lo? That's the real question.
Rui should get more.
I'm with you. Thank you. I'm with you.
Rui should get more minutes. Period. Rui should get more minutes. Period. Regardless of who you want to take him from, he just needs more minutes. Period, bro. They got no answer for Rui. So I haven't seen a single answer for Rui in the first two games. He's completely cooking them. They got
cooking him.
I
love Rui.
He's been playing good, you know.
The way they guard him, and he can go for 18 a game. I can see him going for at least 18 a game.
Hey, do y'all think
I need him to grab more rebounds?
I think Darvin Ham should go to his top 6 guys. I think his best lineup was with Reeves, Rui, Bron, AD, and probably Schroeder. And I think he needs to go to those guys and say, I'm shortening the rotation. You guys are gonna get gassed, but I can't take you out in the second half. And I think he just needs to ride out what works as long as possible, because his problems generally start when he gets to subbing these new guys in. Like you want to give Russell an opportunity because he's been playing so well, but when you give him that opportunity, he immediately gives up 3 after 3 after 3, break down here, break down there. And then when you
hate the way he closes out. I hate the way D-Lo
I would like, for me, I'm always a big believer in playing guys that have also played for the other team. I would really heavily consider playing Malik Beasley. Not because he's the greatest player, but be just y'all see KCP is not really like that, but he's having a ton of success against the Laker team because he's familiar with everything that LeBron likes to do over there. And I think Malik Beasley, just his familiarity with the coach, the sets, everything that he does, just being on the court, tendencies from Jokic, who he likes to pass it to, just him being on the court is going to give you an advantage on the perimeter just because he's familiar with everything. Why don't you give that a try? But those would be the strategies I would be thinking about as a coach. That's
a gamble, though. I mean,
it's not a gamble.
Game 3.
You're down 0-2. You're down 0-2. Nothing's been working.
I'm saying just Malik Beasley's a gamble because he really hasn't shown you anything.
It was a gamble playing Lonnie Walker. But the amount of time he missed.
Well, hold on.
It was a gamble.
That's less. Hold on. Lonnie Walker has shown you he could contribute on offense.
But
playoffs though, bro. Not in the playoffs though, bro.
Go James. Let me ask you this. Then, if Darvin Ham can't make calculated guesses, then what is he supposed to do?
No, I think he can.
I think that should be a last-second resort, bro. In game.
Okay,
3.
but if that's a last-second resort, you need to be telling me what should he be doing as A, B, and C before he gets to D.
I got one. Hey, hold on. Y'all listen to this lineup. Check this lineup. Tell me y'all like this, because I think this would be a depth lineup for the Nuggets. They come out with LeBron at the point, Reeves at the 2, Hachimura at the 3, Vanderbilt at the 4, and AD at the 5.
I can't play Vanderbilt.
Nah.
Hold on, why not?
But you only got one. You only got one legit shooter out there, though.
They've got enough skills to do.
At least one shooter.
Hold on. So Austin Mary's not a good shooter.
No, he's good, but you got 3 non-shooters.
We're talking about Vanderbilt.
Mary and Austin and Reeves.
You know what it is, guys? The Lakers they can't beat the Nuggets. It's a bad matchup for them.
I'm just saying that's a big lineup for the Denver Nuggets to have to do.
It's the way Jokic spreads the ball and stuff like that. You know, the way he's making the passes, they're not stopping those passes. If they can stop that, then maybe they got a chance.
Well, Anthony
Davis needs to get back on defense. That's how you stop it. Anthony Davis, get your lazy ass back on defense.
If Vando shot 5 threes a game and hit 2, he'll be playable. But it's the fact that
You talk
when
about a
he-
gamble. That's a gamble right there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, right, that's a gamble. Like,
I would trust Beasley to go 2 or 5 before I went
right.
before Vandy.
And I'm not even saying that number specifically. I'm just saying like a threat out there, a PJ Tucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like one crucial three.
If the Lakers played Beasley, I'm telling you, if I've been watching NBA a long time, that revenge factor when guys play against a former team in big games,
that's a
they
factor.
always activate. Like I don't know why
he's a 40% 3-point shooter.
It's like this.
Shit,
like when I play fantasy sports. When, like, for example, when Lonzo Ball comes back to play the Lakers, when he was healthy, he would give them buckets, bro. But he would go ballistic. Like, whenever there was a grudge match, like when you look at teams, when there's a grudge match or they're playing their former team, these dudes know how to activate and go ballistic. I would give Beasley a chance. As bad as he's been playing, he got every reason not to play him. But he's a wild card that Denver's not expecting. He's not in their game plan, which is why the Lonnie Walker move was so impactful, because the Warriors never saw it coming. Inserting Beasley early, his familiarity with that Denver team could potentially pay dividends. He knows what they do. He can make reads. He could potentially be much better defensively because he's familiar with that Denver team. I would have to give him a shot. And he's a shot maker. Let's not act like just because he's been missing shots recently that he's not a shooter. He's still a shooter.
He's still a shooter.
He can still make shots.
They still hugging up on him on the 3-point line, hugging up on him when he's coming down on the thing.
But can he play defense? Is he a good defender?
No. What I'm saying is, because he's so familiar with the Denver system, he could be a much better defender against Denver just because he knows everything that they do. He knows their tendencies. He knows everything. So
in the game, he's not guarding Jamal Murray or nothing when he's in the game.
When I'm not I'm not talking about individual defensive assignments. I'm talking about his ability to communicate, call stuff out. He might hear a set. He might be able to call that set out early, help guys rotate early and get the stop. That could pay dividends if he can do that on the floor, on the go, on the fly. Like he could, he can have some value.
Lamar, you could do that by watching film, knowing what they run when they come.
Lamar,
but it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done.
Hey, Lamar, I think the biggest change they need to make, though, regardless, and I think what will make the biggest impact is D'Lo got to come off the bench. I just think that would be. We could talk about Beasley and other.
Yeah, but hold on. First of all, D'Lo's become unplayable. Like you keep at the end of the day, you're bringing D'Lo in the game ultimately. I'm saying
you're saying don't even play him.
I'm saying play Beasley. Don't play D'Lo. That's what I'm doing.
10 points. And I'll say this too about D'Lo. I feel like Bruce Brown in his head. It was a play in the second quarter where Bruce Brown came down, hit a 3. D'Lo came right up the court and shot an ill-advised 3. Like you playing trying to prove something to Bruce Brown out of all people. Like he in your head for real, and that's another reason.
Well,
like I
his
said,
defense is atrocious, bro.
Like that's cool, but if he's shooting 4 or 6 from 3, you will live with that. The problem is he scored 10 points in the first quarter and was a non-factor the rest of the game, but he played in the fourth quarter.
I don't even think he had. Did he have 10 points on?
He had 10 points.
It's in the first quarter. Quarter,
he played 9 minutes in the fourth quarter and Schroeder played 3 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That was the problem.
No, he's still y'all doing too much with D. He not a good player. I mean, he a cool player, and he has come through for the Lakers in these playoffs. So that he might have had a bad shooting night last night or whatever, but he did have 10 points and 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. So
bro,
it's like y'all like
bro, I hear what you're saying, but if you watch that game, that block you're talking about, after that block, he looked at Bruce Brown like, yeah, I'm here. And what happened? He gave up a bucket.
I mean,
very next play,
went back down
and then like I said, he went down the court and shot an ill-advised 3. Hey, like you can't have that on the court.
LeBron shot 6 ill-advised 3s.
I understand that, but do you see LeBron playing defense?
I do.
LeBron might have been the best defender on the Lakers last night.
I do see LeBron playing defense. You got a point with
so
that.
Oh my lord.
We're not agreeing with the six threes he took.
Real quick.
We're not agreeing with that.
What up? What up?
But unplayable.
Hey, Lamont, real quick. I want to add to your point, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it some more thought right now. I like the Beasley move, and here's why. If you look at the Lakers, if you're Denver, who do you really fear on the Lakers as far as shooting threes? Honestly, if you're Denver,
Reeves.
Maybe
And
Reeves,
Rui.
maybe Rui.
And Rui.
So and Rui. So if you put in Beasley, you have a legitimate threat now for threes. He's known for 3-point shooting. I like that move. I would go with that. I like that move.
And I'm saying it's just the threat of him being out there. Because remember,
the knowledge and the experience from playing with Denver.
The Denver players also know how well he can shoot. I don't care what he's been doing recently.
Exactly.
They play with this man. They've seen him in practice. They've seen him go ballistic with their own team. They know how well. So when he gets out there, their natural tendencies might be to, I need to stay space.
Keep an eye on him.
I need to be on this 3-point shooter. It's going
to give everybody more space.
So I'm saying they got to try it because D'Lo is not working. Like D'Lo has been bad. Y'all saw LeBron when he was on the sideline standing next to Jeff Green, and D'Lo gave up another three. He just started shaking his head because the Lakers had a lead and they're slowly giving it back because of breakdowns like that, where D'Lo is just late on a rotation. You keep giving up these threes.
Oh yeah, D'Lo's trash on defense,
and it's just been like
his closeouts on three are so bad, bro. Like he don't get all the way up to the defender, and when he does get up to the defender, it's like it looks half-ass, and then he puts his hand up. He makes a 3-point shooter.
He's lazy because he don't want to do it.
He's a liability, bro. He doesn't rotate. They're cooking him off the dribble.
So he shouldn't play at all.
No, what I'm saying is this series is not for D'Lo, and sometimes that can happen. Like remember when the Lakers played Denver in the bubble, and Dwight Howard was getting those 20 minutes a game, but then that next series against the Heat, he ain't played none. Like sometimes certain matchups aren't for you. Sometimes, and that's just how it is with D'Lo right now. He's losing his matchup on both ends. He's not giving enough offense to make up for his bad defense. And I think they need to try something. And it's not a desperation move because you know what Beasley can do. Like, let's not act like this man has not consistently averaged 10 to 15 points in this league. He knows how to score the ball, and he knows how to make threes.
Consistent 40% 3-point shooter.
Like, we can't allow recency bias. I think Darvin Ham cannot allow recency bias to spoil him on why they brought in certain players. They brought in these guys for these purposes. You got to go use them now. Like you had Lonnie Walker, he used them, and it paid off. You have Malik Beasley, use him. It's a weapon that you have. If it doesn't work, just put him right back on the bench. You'll know in a few minutes. It ain't gonna cost you the game. But
I wouldn't mind trying that at all.
If we're gonna have Lonnie Walker just out there to shoot threes, why not?
No, it's not just out there to shoot threes. It's about making the defense. It's you completely change how Denver defends AD and LeBron by adding another 3-point shooter to the floor.
I agree with
and we'll see their tendencies change immediately. Like you'll know in 5 minutes.
You're not talking about start, though, right? You're not talking about start.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
I'm saying if he's wanted to, like, I think you got to surprise Denver with it. Like, say he's the first sub off the bench and you bring him in. And if you bring him in, Denver's looking around like, hold on, they bringing him in? But then in the back of their minds, this dude know all they plays. He know the coaches. He know their language that they use on the court. And they all practice with him. They know this man probably been lighting them up in practice and one-on-ones. They know he can hoop. They know he can shoot.
Hey, Lamont, let me add an analogy to it. It's almost like you playing street ball, and you got your 5 you run with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody background.
Yeah, Mad Max, you got some
it's like you playing street ball, and you got your 5 you hoop with all the time. And if for whatever reason you lose one of your 5, he go play with the other team. You know this nigga can hoop. So in the back of your mind, you're like, man, we got to guard that nigga. Like, we know what he can do, even though he's not on our team no more. That's how the situation with Lamont is saying is, like, Murray knows that Beasley can shoot. Jokic, all these guys know. So just that in the back of their mind, that'll kind of take their eye off LeBron.
Hey, but you know what else they know?
Or Rui,
Hold on.
which will free up opportunities.
But you know what else they know? They know that nigga can't play no defense. They know he's a liability.
But it's team defense though. It's team defense.
Yeah, team defense.
Yeah, but they know he's a liability. But I say I don't believe Russell is unplayable, but he don't need 32 minutes.
Nah, he's playable.
He don't need no 30. He's definitely.
Nah, Russell needs 20 minutes.
Dude,
20
you
minutes.
might not be in these playoffs if it wasn't for Russell in one of them games. He saved y'all ass.
Yeah, but bro, it's about matchup.
He's unplayable. That just
Hold on.
He's
It's
not
about
unplayable.
matchups,
That
bro.
sounds stupid.
No,
He's
it's
a
not.
guy who can save your ass in any game.
Hold on, no,
he
it's not, bro.
He had 2 bad shooting games. That was
Hold on,
it. 2 bad shooting games. And y'all already say he's unplayable.
Y'all did that with Beasley.
And they're down 0-2.
Beasley had the whole.
Beasley got demoted.
He got to the Lakers
for 2 bad.
Beasley wasn't shooting bad the whole season.
Nah, I'm talking about for the Lakers. When he got to the Lakers, yes, he was.
No. When he got there with the Lakers, he was starting and he was shooting good. He was shooting real good. He had 2 bad games. They inserted Austin Reeves in the lineup, and we never seen Reeves again. I mean,
and hold on. It's about matchups, bro. Just because a player played well against 2 previous teams because the matchup fit doesn't mean when you come into this series and the matchup.
It didn't have nothing to do with matchup. He hit shots. He hit big shots.
No, it has everything to do with matchups,
he hit big shots, bro.
Oh my god, it has everything to do with matchups. D'Lo has been known to struggle. D'Lo has been known to struggle against long perimeter defenders. He's been known for that. He struggles against big, strong, long perimeter defenders, and he's having a tough time with that in this series. It's just a fact. And he's not contributing on defense.
So who was guarding D'Lo in Warrior series? Was it a long defender? Because I think it was Steph Curry.
That's not.
Yeah, you're not making sense. You're not making sense.
You think
Bro,
Steph's
that just proved his point, though, Pope.
Yeah, what do you
mean? No, Steph's not he's not no liability, no defense.
No, he said long, lengthy defenders give him problems.
Steph Curry's not a long, lengthy defender.
I know. That's why he didn't give Murray problems. That's why he didn't give him problems.
Who's a long, lengthy defender over here?
That's his point, though.
Who's a long, lengthy defender who's guarding him?
Everybody.
Bro, what do you mean? Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is locking them up. Bruce Brown.
So Jamal Murray's a long, lengthy defender?
Yes, he is. That man arms hang to his knees.
D'Angelo Russell is.
You see how long that my arms is?
D'Angelo Russell is 6'6". He's taller than Jamal Murray. He is
6'6", bro. No, he's not. He's 6'4", bro. Like, what?
He came in.
He's not 6'6", bro.
He came in.
He's not 6'6".
He's not 6'6".
He's 6'4", bro. He's 6'4". He's 6'4", bro.
Curry's
6'4".
Y'all don't got eyes. Y'all don't got
D'Angelo Russell
is 6'4". That right? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Him as. Y'all don't.
That's what he is.
Know they list niggas at certain shit.
Oh,
go look at what he was listed at. Hold on. Go look at what he was listed at coming in as a rookie.
Bro,
go look at what he was listed at.
Hey, buddy, how tall?
He was listed at 6'6".
Hey, buddy, how tall?
So I don't know how they doubting back to 6'4".
Curry is 6'3", man.
He's 6'2". He's 6'2".
He's not 6'2".
If they have him listed at 6'4", he's probably 6'3" in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
No, they making everything smaller nowadays.
Bro, I stood next to Damian Lillard. That man is probably 6'1", 6'2" at best.
Hey, Curry's 6'2".
They got him at 6'2".
So you got a guy that's smaller than him guarding him in the Warrior series, and you got a guy that's bigger than him guarding him in this series. And a lot of times,
no problem.
And even if I don't know what I got saying, but even if Murray's not guarding him, someone who's even bigger is guarding him. If Murray's not guarding him,
Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, KCP.
So he's struggling. And he's been known to struggle against bigger defenders. And on top of that, he's contributing nothing on defense.
But he's struggling from his own fault, though. He's struggling from his own fault because he's settling for shots. He could get to the rim anytime he wants to. He crafty enough to kill Jokic in the pick and roll, but he get into a battle with Bruce Brown.
But hey, let's switch subjects. Russell ain't the problem. Let's switch subjects. Let's get to the root of like what's the Lakers' problems. Let's get to the root of it. Lamont, break it down. What's the Lakers' problems, man?
D'Angelo Russell playing 30.
Can I get two things?
I don't think it's one individual player.
Hey, how tall is?
Hold on, somebody got some background. If y'all got background noise, just please mute y'all mics because some of y'all mics is real active. We can hear everything going on in the back, from babies crying, doors opening and closing. Just mute the mic. If you got a lot going on, just mute the mic, man. You can always unmute it if you want to say something. But no, I think the Lakers is, I think, discipline. You have 11. You have an 11-point lead in the second quarter, and then you find a way to end the half. They were able to close the gap, maybe cut the lead down to 1 or something like that.
They've been known to do that.
No, I know they've been known to do that, but at the end of the day, when you know you need a game on the road, you got to have the discipline to not take the goofy shots. As LeBron James, a guy that's been a disciplined player, you got to just go take the layups when the layups are there, and you can't give back points by flinging the ball out of bounds because you're trying to do a reverse dunk. I think discipline, coming into the playoffs, discipline was their issue. They fixed it against Memphis and Golden State, but it seems like they reverted back to the undisciplined style. I've seen a ton of times where giving up on shooters. They see a guy on the weak side, the ball gets swung to the weak side, but nobody's going out there to aggressively pursue and contest. They completely give up and just say, all right, well, he's open. I'm going to let him shoot it. So I think I think they don't really need to do a whole bunch of strategic changes. They just need a mindset change. They just change their mindset on how they attack. And I think playing in crypto, playing with that crowd behind them, I think that'll wake them up. I think we'll see the best Laker performance yet.
It might wake them up for 5 minutes. Then after the other 5 minutes, then what they going to do?
Okay, hey, check this out. So I hear what y'all say. I don't mean to change the subject, but Darvin Ham 6'7", right? Darvin Ham 6'7". You go look it up. Now watch this. Since y'all talking about he's 6'4", all of this. Watch this. Where my shit at? Watch this. Look at where D'Angelo Russell and Darvin Ham is at.
This nigga's still on that point.
The same height. They're the same damn height.
They're not the same height.
Look,
Hey, even in that picture you showing right now.
He's an inch on him. No. Pull up this picture. Pull up the picture with Darvin Ham.
He's always been 6'4", man.
No, go pull up the picture. Forget all of that. You know
his head might be bigger.
His
head might be bigger.
He is the same size as the boy.
He's not the same size as Darvin Ham.
If you just you just said they lied about Darvin Ham's height. Why wouldn't they be lying about D'Lo's height if you saying he's 6'6"?
Right here, look. No, here go the picture. 6'7" and 6'6".
Darvin Ham is clearly taller than him in that picture.
Yeah,
man.
by inch.
No, it's not. What
6'7", 6'6". By inch.
Hold on. Put it back on the screen. Hold on, watch.
Pull it up.
Bro, he is way taller. Look at his shoulders. He's like a good 3 inches.
Like 3 inches taller.
That's like 3 inches, man.
Bro, can I ask you a question? What D'Angelo Russell being
6'6" though?
Hold on. What him being 6'6" gonna do? What is that helping in the Lakers offense? That's not doing anything. Him being 6'6" don't matter.
No. Because they were saying he has struggles with long, lengthy defenders, and this team has long, lengthy defenders, and they talking about Jamal Murray. He taller than Jamal Murray. He taller than KCP, who's 6'4".
No, he's not, bro. Stop the cap, my guy.
How is that cap?
Why are we still?
Hey, Lamont, can you?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out another day. I don't think D'Lo is probably 6'3" or 6'4". I don't believe he's any taller than 6'4" though.
And you just
okay, can I please say something?
Hold on, let me let George get his take. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. We had a guy on the panel yesterday that said the Lakers thought it was sweet. That was real funny. Where's he at today? Where's that guy at today? But anyway, we gonna skip him out. Here's the X factor that, in my opinion, it can't. I mean, it might not be true. They showed the guy yesterday on the Denver Nuggets. I didn't know that they had. So I think, and there you go. One of them games in LA. Let's not hope he have a Clipper reaction in the crypto.
Reggie Jackson won't play more than 2 minutes.
Let's just hope.
Play more than 2 minutes,
bro. Stop, bro. Just stop.
Is this the dude that said 82 game seasons matter only? You the dude from yesterday?
Only.
Right,
Let's just hope that they don't let Reggie Jackson get in the game and he have a Clipper moment inside. this the hope
Hold on,
that
George.
he doesn't get in the game.
George.
It goes off on the
You
Lakers.
asked us to stop talking about what we was talking about just so you can tell us that Reggie Jackson is going to cook in Game 3.
I didn't say that. I said 3 or 4. It doesn't matter.
No, he is a secret weapon, though. That
It doesn't matter.
Hey,
It's
when
possible.
they put him in the other game, I'm like, damn, they got him.
It's possible, Lamont. Don't say it was not possible.
Hey, Ramona Shelburne.
You bet. I know you got more respect for Reggie Jackson than Malik.
A little side note. Ramona Shelburne reported that LeBron was missing dunks in the pregame yesterday.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's more the reason why. What if he knows he's missing dunks? Why he gonna go for a reverse dunk when they up 40-32 as opposed to taking a layup? Like that just goes back to my point. It's called discipline. Like, why you trying to showboat? Get the 2 points. We trying to win. Who cares? Like, look, if LeBron makes that dunk and they lose, nobody cares about that dunk. But if he makes the layup and they win, okay, the win is gonna be more important. You got to get the points when they're there.
You just took my little point, threw it out the window. I mean, wow. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Lamont. What's up, bro?
Reggie Jackson won't play more than 2 minutes,
you really think Reggie Jackson?
Hey, Lamont, let me ask you a
significant playing time.
I think he will.
If Reggie Jackson play, that'll be the best thing to happen for the Lakers. I promise you.
I doubt it. I said it's a possibility. Y'all just took it.
What's he gonna get? 5 minutes?
Hey, look, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, it's a possibility. I'm a basketball fan, and I look for things that could spark another team to help them win. You guys won't take anything and just throw it out the window. But if I said something about that could help the Lakers win, woo, rah, 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 siskumba. You guys don't watch the game of basketball.
We not saying put Tristan Thompson in the game like you said put Reggie Jackson in the game.
I said it could a possibility. I said a possibility.
Anything is possible, Ghost.
Okay then, but you guys just went quiet and went back to LeBron dunking the ball or missing the layup.
Okay, George, finish your point about Reggie Jackson and his
I
ability to
said there's a
dominate the Lakers.
I seen a glimpse of a guy yesterday that I didn't know that they had, and I said, "Wow, they got Reggie Jackson."
Yeah,
I said, "What if? Wait a minute,
I gotta let him
if
finish, y'all. Let him finish. So
when they go to LA, and he has a Clipper moment when the Clippers used to dog LA in LA and help them win a game in LA. I don't know if it'll be game 3 or game 4. That's a possibility. He does do that. He has games where he has done that.
For sure.
Okay,
This
we agree.
year.
We agree.
This year.
Okay, we agree. Okay.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me address 754 Life. 754 Life. He says this is a LeBron platform. Everyone, hold on. First of all, 754.
Oh, but you are
George.
Portland guy.
Hold on, George. Hold on, George. I'm
Go ahead and cook him, Lamont. Go ahead and cook him.
I want 754 Life. I want you to read the title of the video.
Thank
you. The title of the video says mistakes from LeBron and AD doom Lakers in game 2. That's the title of the video. And we started this whole video off talking about why LeBron James was one of the reasons why they lost this game. You just came late. And now that we moved on to other, because what we really talking about now is if the Lakers want to save their season, what type of changes do they need to make to win game 3? Like, we've been past this game 2 thing. So, see, that's why I want you to come pull up to the panel 754 Life so that you don't get confused. Now what he's saying. I hear a lot of look, we're not blaming D'Lo. Nobody's blaming D'Lo. What we talk about is matchups right now. Right now, D'Lo has clearly become a matchup issue. Is he playable? Is his offense worth the liabilities and problems that he brings on the defensive end? That's a very that's a realistic question.
For sure.
I don't know why y'all want to just people like him just want to look at this. You can't if you come in here 7-5 just have a real basketball take.
He's trolling.
He just
people like him want us to move him down in the all-time ranking.
But look, I'm gonna give him an opportunity. I'm gonna drop the link for him. I'm gonna see if 7-5.
He ain't gonna come in here, man.
No, he's not gonna come up.
He's not gonna come.
Every time I look, hey, Fleck, look. Every time I drop,
I'll give you one. Can I give you one?
He don't want to come in. He don't want that smoke.
Every time I drop the link, they be like, Oh, I got a Zoom call. I'm in a business meeting at work. They say some wild stuff, man.
Can I give you one?
Let me say this.
Can I give you one?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I give you one? Make LeBron play without the ball.
He's been
LeBron
doing
has
that.
playing without the ball.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He always got to have the ball in his hand.
Yeah, man.
Bro, he's been playing without the ball this whole playoffs.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Bro, all
No, he
You
hasn't.
watching basketball. You haven't been watching basketball. You
No,
don't
he
watch
hasn't.
basketball. You don't watch basketball.
No, he hasn't.
You just watched the regular season. You just watched 82 games.
Hey, LeBron has one of the lowest usage rates.
Yesterday in
Bro,
the third quarter,
stop
he didn't pass the
bringing
ball,
up
though.
stats and watch the actual game.
You don't watch
Make
it.
somebody else bring the ball up the court and set the offense and watch what
That's
they
what
do.
Schroeder, Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell been doing.
When they come up, man, they might bring the ball in and throw it straight to LeBron.
Did you just start watching?
Ghost, you ain't wrong
basketball,
yesterday. But for the whole playoffs, then you tripping. But yesterday in that third quarter, I said to myself, yeah, LeBron been having this ball a lot. I don't even think I had to put an APB out for Austin Reeves. I couldn't find him.
Man, what y'all crazy, bro.
Last night, but all playoffs he has not.
Hold on, dude at the bottom. Did you just start watching the Lakers yesterday?
Nope.
You must have just started watching them yesterday.
He only watched the 82 game regular season. That's all he watched. All that matters is 82 games. He only watched
There's no way you watched the first two series and you're sitting here saying LeBron wasn't playing off ball.
Bro, he's just saying that because that's just a narrative that people say for the last 20 years, man.
There's just no way.
I mean,
that's
true. It was
that's
true
not even
until
real
just
basketball
this
talk.
playoffs. I mean, that's been true since this playoff. This is the first
But
time.
we're talking about this playoff.
Oh, well, you say people been saying that for years.
He's saying LeBron hasn't been playing off ball in this playoffs. Is what he's saying.
No, yeah, that's wrong. He definitely been off the ball until last night. But yeah, the thing. I mean, the Lakers is in good shape because their team is hella good. Like I said, if the superstars can be superstars, and I don't want to hear he 38. He's still a superstar in this league. He just passed Kareem. He was averaging basically 30-something in the beginning of the season, even though they was losing.
And he lost the game.
And they was losing in the losing effort. But right now, for these playoffs and for them to advance, he gonna have to get back to chasing Kareem, trying to get that 30 pieces.
No, he can't.
Bro, stop it.
Y'all can't get along with each other.
I got a two-part question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first part, because the title of the show is about mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if LeBron and AD, if they continue these mistakes, what conversation are we having next week Friday? That's first part. Second part of the question: if LeBron and AD correct these mistakes and the Lakers win these next two games, what kind of conversation are we having next week Friday? Go ahead.
That's a lot of ifs, man.
I know. No, it's not. It's a very easy question.
Go ahead.
If they win the next two games, the conversation next week is going to revert back to Jokic is choking. He's not an MVP and not, the simpleton talk, and nobody's really going to give any real breakdown on it. And then if they lose, we're just the flip side of that. It's either going to be AD or LeBron, or if not both, choked. And that's why they lost. Really, nobody's really going to put any real context to it. But the talking points surrounding either side are going to be very casual. They just want to say somebody choked. They just going. That's all they're gonna do. They just going, and that's what I hate for Jokic, and that's what I hate for LeBron in this case. Because whoever lose is gonna get unfairly slammed, even though they both really had really good seasons.
So you're saying that your talking points are God?
No, I'm saying that people like your talking points are very casual.
No, that's what you're saying.
LeBron not playing off ball, like that talking point when you say LeBron hasn't playing off ball.
No, like you, you're a basic cheerleader. That's what you are.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Who's your favorite team or player? If you don't mind me asking.
My favorite player is Kobe Bryant.
Player in today's NBA?
I don't have one in today's NBA because it's all a fairy tale.
Wasn't a fairy tale?
Yeah.
What are you saying? It's scripted? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying it's all garbage.
It do look scripted though.
Why is it all garbage?
Even
Why is
your
it all
own,
garbage?
even somebody on the panel knows it. You guys don't believe it what you're seeing.
So you think it's
You don't
scripted?
believe what
I
your own
promise
eyes is
you,
telling you.
I promise
So
you,
you
if it
think
was
it's
scripted, they would not be planning for a Denver Miami Heat NBA final.
Oh my
I
God!
promise you, if
Hey,
it was.
I don't think nobody planning
hey,
for that.
hey, George, can I
They
ask you
ain't
a
planning
question?
for it, but
Well, that's
anything
what
can
it
happen.
looking like.
Can I ask you a question, George? So
What's
you
that, bro?
saying the NBA is scripting now. So
I'm
what
saying
did
the
your
NBA is
no?
bullshit.
Okay, so what did your
Why?
eyes?
Why
What
though?
did your hold on? What did your eyes tell you in 2002? Kings and Lakers.
Kings and
What did
Lakers.
your eyes tell you?
That it was some bullshit when Kobe elbowed Bibby in the motherfucking mouth. I know bullshit when I see it, but Kobe's still my man. What you want me to say?
Oh man.
What you want me to say, bro?
He
What's the
told you it
difference
was
Boy,
then?
scripted.
bro,
Why you-
what you want me to say, bro?
So promoting the bullshit while also
By still liking
this is
Kobe?
it's nah.
It's
All
what?
right,
It's what?
you got it,
Telling
you
you the
got it, man.
truth? The
You
truth
got it.
hurts.
No, this is
Wait.
what people like George are doing now. This is what people like George are doing. See, when people run to the fairy tale scripted stuff,
I ain't saying I said it's all bullshit.
it's your
It's
built-in excuse.
entertaining.
All it is it's your built-in excuse in case the
I
Lakers are
don't
able to
have no
come back and
excuse.
win. You can always default to
They don't
it
have
was
no
scripted.
excuse. Sometimes you
That's
have to
what it is.
play above the
Hey, I'm
refs.
gonna tell
If
y'all,
teams can't play above the refs,
only
they
people who
don't
say
deserve to win.
I'm gonna tell you the people who say it was scripted are people that
I
lose
just said
bets,
it.
the people that get their picks wrong, the people that don't like it. Because
Nope.
I promise you, if my Portland Trailblazers were here winning, beating the
Who?
Lakers, I
Who?
would be cheering my Blazers on.
Who?
I wouldn't be running around saying,
They
"See,
couldn't play above the refs.
if it
Rashid
was."
going crazy.
No, we're
Scotty,
not
I'm
talking
just
about that. I'm
what
talking
you
about
saying?
George. I'm not. You talking about something? What I'm saying is, you're only saying it's scripted, so you have a built-in excuse just in case LeBron
What I
wins.
just say? Teams have to learn how to
Because
play
what you've been doing
above the refs.
because what you've been doing this whole time is you've been telling us why LeBron is at fault. Like guy like 7-5, y'all tell us
I
why.
didn't say
Hold
LeBron
on,
was at fault.
George, hold on. I'm gonna tell you
So
what y'all
did
do.
the Kings have to play above the
Hold
refs?
on, y'all. This is what they do.
Go ahead,
This is what they do. They will. When they come in, they'll talk about how LeBron choked and how bad LeBron's doing when the Lakers lose. See, when they lose, nothing is scripted. When they lose, it's all LeBron losing. It's all AD messing up. And LeBron's, like you said, LeBron need to get off ball. But see, the losing ain't never part of the script. But when they win and things don't go the way you think they go, then that's when the scripted stuff talking. So I think George is basically saying when he talks about this script is George is basically saying he thinks the Lakers can come back from this 0-2 deficit. Otherwise, he would just talk about how good Denver was.
Because I haven't heard, like yesterday, I didn't hear him say anything about Denver. Today I haven't heard him say anything about Denver. It's all been about the Lakers.
You're a liar, sir. I said, tell you what your eyes see. What did your eyes see?
Denver's up 0-2-0.
Okay, now I told you yesterday when they tried to call a phantom foul on Murray, and they had to make them go back and rewind and see was that a foul on Murray.
Didn't you tell us a couple weeks ago Memphis was going to win? And didn't
I
you
didn't
tell us
never
a couple
tell you that. I didn't never tell you that, sir. Go back and watch your tape. Go back and watch your tape. Don't do that, Lamar.
You really
Don't do that, Lamar.
0-2 right now.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. If LeBron would have been doing what he's doing now by posting up
When
and
it's scripted, how?
no, stop, Lamar. If LeBron James, I told you how I felt about LeBron. If LeBron James would have been doing what he's doing now 4 to 5 years ago with the layups and the post up moves, he probably would have had more rings. But he didn't want to do that then with his size.
What are you
That's a
talking
lie,
about?
bro. That's a
Listen to what I'm
lie.
saying. Stop
Hold
it.
on. George,
Stop it.
If
With his size.
Jordan had the mentality of 96 Jordan back
Oh
in
my
1987, they
God,
might have won
bro.
the NBA
We're not
championship.
talking about Jordan. We talking about
Like, duh.
LeBron.
But George, if you take any player that's older and you take their knowledge and you give it to their younger self, they'll be better. Duh,
Hey,
that's called experience.
Like,
Duh.
like,
What are you
what
talking about?
about?
Like,
No,
this is
no,
the progression of
no.
basketball. If you take
We
a
talking about him playing
George,
without the ball.
That's dumb, man.
4
That's
years,
dumb.
We
4
talking about
years
him
ago, he was
playing without the ball.
4 years
Bro,
ago. He was
man.
the top 3 player in the
hold
league.
on.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Hold
talking
on,
about
5
him
years
and
ago,
his
hold on.
size and him playing
Hey,
without the
George.
ball in his hand. Like,
George.
hold on. Let's go back to the bubble. How did the Lakers win in the bubble?
They
There's
won.
a lot of
The best
With-
defense, and they played
No,
better than
no,
everybody.
That
no,
was so
They had the
long
no.
best
ago.
defense, and they played better than everybody.
Rajon Rondo.
Man,
What?
Get the hell out of
Oh
here.
yeah, that's
What are you
right.
talking
You about to
about?
give him
God.
You about to give him.
Rajon Rondo, the point guard.
Hey George, you know
He
LeBron
was a
led the
big
league in
deal
assists that year, right?
in that bubble.
Oh my
He was a
God.
big deal.
Hey George,
I ain't
hey,
debating
George,
that.
hey George,
What happened?
bro,
What happened
you
in the
know,
bubble?
Hey, George.
led the
What
league in
happened in
assists
the
that year.
bubble?
Brian led the league in assists that year.
What are you talking
What are
about
you
for the
talking about?
year? In the bubble.
Brian led this league in assists that year.
We ain't talking about the year.
You
In the
talking?
bubble, sir.
Bro. It's the same year. They just stopped
No, we
playing.
talking about the whole year in the bubble.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
man. We got to stop entertaining
LeBron was the
George.
starting.
Y'all crazy, man.
Rondo wasn't even
Hold on,
starting,
y'all.
bro.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get to the new person in the chat. We got Jamie.
Go ahead,
We
man.
got Jamie Gilbert in here, man. Appreciate you pulling up. What you got on?
Welcome, Jamie.
What's up, man? Shit, man. I've been a LeBron fan since I was 8 years old, and I will say this: LeBron did fuck up last game, though.
Yes, he did.
Those 3 missed threes that he just jacked up. It wasn't even open. He just threw it up.
Yeah.
And which caused Jamal Murray to go back and hit those 5 unrealistic ass threes and shit. But I feel like
Now, it was
LeBron.
realistic.
Yeah, but
bro, say what you said again, because there's some people in the chat that feel like all we do is K for Brian. So repeat what you said, because it's people in the chat that believe we ain't been criticizing Brian. So go ahead, repeat what you said, bro.
Okay, so about him like jacking up 3 threes and just fucking the game up.
Yeah.
Bad overall. Repeat that.
All right, so he just jacked up 3 threes and just like contested threes, just forcing up threes, just throwing the ball up, and it was just problem with the Warriors. The problem with the Warriors and the Grizzlies, this happened in both series where they make them pay for it, but they had niggas like Jordan Poole or Dillon Brooks that couldn't make the threes, but now they making the threes now.
I hear what you're saying. They might not understand. What he's trying to say right there is the other teams, the Warriors didn't make the Lakers and LeBron pay for all the bad threes he was shooting in them series too. They wasn't hitting no threes themselves. But the Denver Nuggets, they hitting threes. So he ain't going to be able to get away with keep shooting and missing all these threes. Go ahead.
LeBron shot decent from 3 in the Warriors series, though. Not great, but he shot decent.
Yes,
he did, bro. He shot decent. He shot decent. I'm not saying he shot great or good. I said he shot decent.
Oh, yeah, he took his 12. He went from first round with 12% from the 3, and then he did take it up to 22%. That's right.
But you increase your percentage.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, George.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, George. LeBron averaged 9
assists. No worse than he was shooting, so yeah, he did shoot a little bit better.
Hey, George. LeBron averaged 9 assists in the 2020 playoffs. Rajon Rondo averaged 6. So what's your point there?
Who was playing point guard?
LeBron.
Rajon, you a dumbass.
Rajon Rondo was playing point guard.
You was a dumbass. You was a dumbass. I'm done with you, bro. Go, man.
So was LeBron.
What you got, Flex?
Rajon was doing his thing. In that playoffs, Rajon was doing his thing. LeBron was
He was a dumbass, man.
Okay. So hold on. So
all right, hold on, y'all. Let's not talk about Rajon Rondo in 2020, man. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about that.
I got a question for you.
What you got, man?
And I want to get back to the topic of the show. Let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
So as far as the mistakes of AD and LeBron, that's the topic of the show.
Yeah.
These mistakes, how much would you contribute the mistakes to the Nuggets defense or AD and LeBron being fatigued?
I got to give credit to the Nuggets defense because they at least stay in the course, right? They being consistent defensively. They not the greatest defense, but whatever they doing it consistently. And you have to give them credit for improving somewhat defensively against this Laker team. But then you also have to look to the Lakers, man. They do make some very unforced errors at times, like that turnover on AD late game. That was completely unforced. There was no that like for a veteran, experienced player who's won a championship to make that turnover when you need to possession, you need to get a good shot up, and then LeBron missing a layup late game. I mean, you got to go finish that. Like, so you have to look to Bron and AD, and you just have to say, damn, like our leaders, our leaders made. Like if you're talking about the clutch at the end of the game, it was Bron and AD. Yeah. The duration of the game, you have to look to the others, like from the first, second, and third quarter, why they gave that lead back. But that fourth quarter was Bron and AD for sure.
Yeah. So Lamont, if you're Darvin Ham, what conversation are you having with AD and LeBron, if any?
I'm just telling them they got to trust their teammates. Like Rui Hachimura had one of the best playoff games he's had all year. I mean, late game. I know it's not ideal to go to him late game, but you got to trust what got you to the point where you're able to even be competitive in that game. And I think they started to go away from Rui, right? And started going away from what was working. So I just feel like they should just trust their guys. Keep doing what you like Denver's doing. Just keep what you've been doing the entire game. Don't try no completely new strategies late game, chucking up threes with LeBron and all that stuff. That's not what got them there. If he'd have went 7 for 7 from 3-point line in the first half, I got no problem with it. You feeling it, okay? But that it just ain't been one of them games. So just go with the flow of the game. That's what they need.
Can I answer that question for you too?
Tell your bench to stop talking shit to the other players.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
That's a horrible strategy.
Hold on. If I'm Darvin Ham, the conversation I'm having with AD and LeBron is I'm saying, how much you get paid again, AD? oh yeah, you a max, super max? What about you, LeBron? Oh, $50 million. Oh, well, I need you niggas to play like that. I need to play. I don't look no role players. Trust in your role. No, how about we trust in all this money we invested in you two niggas? We didn't pay you $50 million for you to tell me you 38 years old. We paid you $50 million this year and next year. Next year you're gonna be 39, nigga. I need you to play like that. Or give me my money back.
And what's play like a 39-year-old? The best player in the league?
No.
What's play like a 39-year-old?
Okay,
all right. Like so when you say play like 30, we know why he's getting $50 million. He's still the face of the league.
He's not the best player in the league.
Just because you're the best player don't mean you're the highest paid.
I thought you get paid because of your production.
No, you get paid because he's the face of the league. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you say. Okay. But
that's what it is. What do you mean?
So your contract is based on just what you can negotiate. One,
your performance.
And then lastly,
why did Giannis get paid and get
towards the end of any good player's contract? No good player's worth their contract at the end of their deal. No good player.
What are you talking about?
When Dame gets to the end of his contract, he's not going to be worth that $60 million he gets. Right?
I'm not being naive in saying that production has nothing to do with the contract, but come on, we know what majority of the money they getting is from. It's how appealing are you to the NBA fan? Like, come on, we know what this about.
However you want to call it, just the same thing they said. Listen, Russell Westbrook, you ain't worth $47 million. You ain't giving me $47 million worth of production, bro. You gotta go.
He may be the face of the league, but he's not the best player.
You act like he just negotiated.
He's the best player, bro.
At the beginning of the year. That was just.
No, he did just negotiate this at the beginning.
It was just that at the end of any good player's contract, they are probably not going to be worth the money that they get. That's just how it is. You know, Draymond Green, if he opts into his contract, if he opts in, he's not going to be worth that money that he gets if he opts in. He's just not.
LeBron's biggest contract. I don't think he ever got $50 million for 1 year.
Yeah, because the salary cap changes, and the salary cap change. Dame's about to get 60 next year. Dame ain't about to be worth. Dame is not even going to be deteriorating yet, and he's not even going to be worth $60 million. No good players usually, as you move on, you're not going to never be worth the money you get.
When Bron turned 39, when Bron turned 39 before Christmas, guess what? He's still gonna be the face of the league. I bet you have a Christmas Day game.
He shouldn't.
But I bet you will. Like, what are we talking about here? At age 39, Bron's still gonna be the face of the league.
At age 39, he was averaging over 28 points a game.
I don't care what he averaging. They should move on.
Hey, I didn't see in the
like,
chat. Hey,
you sound mad. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you sound.
I sound like I'm telling the truth.
Hold on one second.
Wait. They should move on.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Why should they move on?
Hold on, y'all. I gotta get to the. Somebody has some noise in their background too. Oh, like a TV playing. All right. We got 2 winners so far, man. We gave away. We actually put 3 gift cards up there, y'all. We got B Jones. He won the first gift card, and then we had MJ is wrong. He won the second gift card. So we had the third one up, man. It's been up for a minute. I didn't see anybody confirm if they won it. If you want it, let me know so we can get you in here because we got one more to give away. So I'm going to leave it up until somebody claims it, man. That's free money, man. Let me know if you want it. But, yeah, we're going to be doing one more gift card after this one. So, man, make sure y'all got your antennas up, man, when I drop it, man, so you can go ahead and get it loaded up to your Amazon account. But, yeah, no, y'all can go ahead and cook.
Hey, what were they gonna say? Oh, yeah, George. I want to comment on something real quick that you said earlier. You said LeBron should post up more, like 5 years ago. 5 years ago was 2018, right?
Yeah. What about it?
So was 2018 not LeBron's best postseason run he ever had in terms of production?
That's production. Well, I keep going back to these numbers, bro. To this stat stuff.
Hold on,
That stuff. Look, this is not Moneyball. This is not Moneyball.
George, in 2018.
This is not Moneyball. This is not Moneyball. We talking about as the game is actually being played.
George, in 2018, what could LeBron not do on the court?
What he could not do?
What could he not do on the court in 2018?
I told you.
Shoot threes. Play defense.
He did all that in 2018.
He didn't play he didn't. He didn't play no defense.
He did that.
He didn't shoot no threes.
Hold on. He shot 40% in the finals from 3. He shot 35% in the first round, and he shot
35%. Man, please stop with the Moneyball, man. Stop with the stats.
You said he can't shoot 3. Hold on. You said he can't shoot threes. He shot bad from 3 in 1 series out of 4.
Stop with the stats.
So we can shut that down right there.
So hold on. So LeBron,
he was talking. Hold on. That year, that postseason he was, yes.
Are you talking George? That postseason he was?
Hold on. And George was talking about posting up, not threes. I'm commenting on how he said he should post up more. In 2018, he did everything on the court on offense he could do. He had the most 40-plus point games in a single postseason ever, the most game winners in a single postseason ever. He was able to shoot from
today.
I'm attacking his point about how LeBron should have posted up more 5 years ago. 5 years ago in 2018, he had on the court in the playoffs, he was able to do absolutely everything you could think of on the court. You name the offensive
why
move,
is we talking about 5 years
ago
ago anyway?
Because that's what George said.
Yep, I said post up, play off the ball. Yes, I did.
So in 2018, George, what could he not do on the court?
Play post up and play off the ball. Stop having the ball in his hand all the time. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that didn't work in 2018.
You brought up 1 year in 20. I said 5 years. You brought up. Okay.
That's 2018.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you for that information.
We can move on now.
Thank you for that information. You went back and got on your iPad and did a good job.
Let me ask y'all this.
I was trying to bring that up earlier, but everybody was talking.
Let me ask y'all this. With the way LeBron looking like he's running out of gas, like he's hitting the old man wall, like a lot of people saying, do y'all think the Lakers should pay? I mean, they already agreed to it. He has a player option. So, but do y'all think they should try to trade him, move off of him, see what they can get for him?
That's not even a conversation.
Why not?
LeBron?
Why not?
Yeah, LeBron.
Why not? That'd be the smart move.
Right. If you're still trying to win championships and you see he can't get you over, please.
Is he not dealing?
Hold on. You want your $50 million?
Aren't they about to be in the Western Conference Finals?
Okay,
You thinking as an organization?
Lakers is about championship.
Okay, but if y'all clearly see that he's declining, and you say you want to still compete for championships, what team do you think is going to actually give you championship pieces in return for an agent LeBron James? That's
You have to
already
go out there and find
overpaid?
out.
First, hold on, time out. Okay, I'm answer that. Because it's not that you
want him to go to Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo Ball.
But what you could do, what you could do is, usually, my already know where I'm going. But what you could do, you definitely could get maybe a draft pick and you can get rid of that $50 million and then sign some free agents. Now you got money to go and actually sign.
How do you get rid of $50 million in salary? How do you match that? What players?
You package both of them. Him and AD. Send them both away.
No, not give LeBron away for
So
a bag
just
of
blow
shit.
it up.
You hear me?
Blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up.
No. I really want to know. Y'all think it's easy to trade $50 million and an aging player? Like, what team
if you
has
can get rid of Westbrook, $47 million.
Pack it up.
Somebody take LeBron James.
Yeah, take both of them.
So
George, and then you have to. And doesn't he have a no trade clause?
No,
yes, he does.
No, he actually doesn't. He actually go check him out.
I thought he did.
No, he actually doesn't, which is shocking. But
somebody fact check that real quick.
He used to.
There you go. Stat check. Fact check.
Fact check that real quick.
Yeah, fact check that.
Fact check that shit.
But I mean, real talk. If forget all the history of LeBron, he did great through his career, had a great career. But right now,
he does not have a no trade clause. He was right. He does not.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
But right now, it's like, okay, we got you at $50 million. We could probably get something for you. Look what we just got for Russell Westbrook. That just changed our whole get down for Russell Westbrook. So we can come up under you and AD. I'm with G on that. AD got to go too. But I keep Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Vanderbilt.
You gonna trade LeBron and build around Rui Hachimura?
You break it up as an organization.
This is crazy, bro.
No, it's not.
This is crazy.
You're looking at the future.
The fact that this is even a conversation.
Let me finish my point, please. Hold on, real quick.
Why not just run it back?
You don't build. You add. Now you got money. You free up money.
Why is that stupid, bro? Why not just run it back?
Hold on, y'all gotta let Pope finish, y'all. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, thank you, please. Because if you can sign superstars, put it this way: put any two superstars in the playoffs right now on the Lakers with that instead of AD and LeBron, but with the same roster. You put Jimmy Buckets and Kyle Lowry. Put Jimmy Buckets and Bam Adebayo with them. They probably have whooped the Denver Nuggets. You put AD,
why would Miami Heat trade Jimmy Butler?
I'm not saying nobody trade him. I'm saying two other superstars that's actually superstars will get you over the hump with this roster, with the role.
How are you going to get any superstar for LeBron James right now?
There is a thing called free agency.
There ain't none in free agency this year. You want James Harden? What you want, James Harden? Fred VanVleet?
Oh, hell no. No one on James Harden.
You want Chris Middleton?
Hey, Lamont, I got
Lamont. Chris Middleton. I might take Chris Middleton over LeBron.
Man.
Hey, Lamont, let me go. Hey,
He
Lamont, let me go.
Threes. He ain't going 0 for 6.
Hey, Lamont, let me go. Hey, Lamont,
what
don't you think this is a more feasible thing to do? Just run it back.
No.
Why not, bro?
You have to look as an organization. You have to look for your future. You cannot sit back and let things happen.
Stop it, George. George, you got to stop talking now. Let's talk real basketball.
Yeah,
Come on, y'all. LeBron James is not getting traded. I would literally empty my whole bank accounts out and everything I got, every prized possession I own, and bet that LeBron does not get traded. Y'all, come on, that's not even real. He's not getting traded, and the Lakers are not signing any of these big name free agents. They don't have no money.
So Lamont, why not
get traded? I just wanted to hear what y'all thought.
So why not try to why not try to keep the some of the roster you got this year that's been successful and run it back next year?
No, they're going to have major problems. So the Lakers, they got they need to re-sign everybody this year, because the good thing about next year is that the new CBA doesn't go into effect until 2025.
Good point.
So because that new CBA with all those restrictive rules that you have to do everything you can to keep Reeves, which Reeves is going to demand between 50 to 80 million. You got to keep Rui. At this point, it's looking like you got to keep Vanderbilt because there's really no other replacements around the league that you can go get. You're gonna lose Lonnie Walker just because he's kind of out.
Enough.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to match him. I think there's like some contract stuff that prevent the Lakers from paying him more than a certain number. So you're not gonna be able to afford. You're gonna have to let Lonnie Walker go. So I would just focus on keeping the core guys, the young guys that help you get to where you at this year. And then
that's what I'm saying.
But they're gonna have to spend. They're gonna be deep in the luxury tax. Deep.
No, that's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, this team showed that they could do something, and they didn't have a whole season to gel. So
you run it back. You run it back.
Yeah, 100%. That's
please do not bring Kyrie Irving in. That will not work.
Yeah,
that'd be terrible.
To me, you would be stupid to not see what this team could do next year with a full year to gel. You'd be stupid.
I agree.
Versus these two talking about blowing it up. I mean, this team was put together for the most part after the trade deadline, and they're in the Western Conference Finals, and they're in the Western Conference Finals as a 7th seed. No one expected them to be here, and you guys are talking about blowing it up.
B, this is why. B, let me tell you this, B, because your superstars, you're not gonna win in this league.
Oh, look at this! Somebody get. Look at this! Look at this! Oh my God, man! Who came in with the fake channel talking about they got the last gift card?
The man is running out of steam. Don't y'all see that, man?
Right, he can't go already. So
man, bro, y'all are sad, bro.
What you think AD gonna look like?
Y'all are sad, bro.
What you think AD gonna
y'all
look like?
Not true Laker fans, bro. Y'all not true Laker fans.
Not a Laker fan at all.
Not at all.
Y'all are not true Laker fans, bro.
I'm not a Laker fan.
So hold on.
That's why you talk.
So did you want to? So did you want to trade? So George, did you want to trade Kobe at any point?
Huh?
Did you want to trade Kobe?
Kobe had enough sense to retire, bro.
Okay, that was in year 20, though. I'm talking about.
He had enough sense to retire, bro.
Hold on. So there wasn't.
No, he did not have enough sense to retire. Man,
yes, he did.
Man, only retired because he tore his Achilles, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why he looked mediocre, because he was killing before that.
Bro, they was out there hot garbage with Kobe trying to put up 40 points. Stop it, y'all.
Hold on.
Kobe had enough sense to retire, bro. The man is running out of steam, bro.
George, did you want to trade Kobe then? George, did you want to trade? So there was no point after 2010 that you thought, man, maybe we should trade Kobe.
No.
No.
So you guys are inconsistent.
Even though though the entire California was saying he was stealing money because they gave him that contract, that humongous contract that he wasn't worth.
But was Kobe out there begging for help?
Hold on.
What does that got to do with anything? He should have been begging for help as bad as they were.
That was on Mitch Kupchak, and that was on Jeannie Buss, and the rest of them to get him help.
Hold on. So you guys
don't bring that up, bro.
In the Conference Finals this year, but you didn't want to trade Kobe after 2010, who couldn't do shit and was hot garbage.
He was what?
Got you, dog.
You said Kobe was hot. What? Kobe was never hot garbage.
The Lakers were. The Lakers were with Kobe after 2010.
What I just say? Mitch Kupchak and the rest of them wouldn't get Kobe any help. He didn't go to the media and beg for help.
Do you hear how you guys are inconsistent?
What he's talking about
No, I'm not inconsistent.
You are, bro.
No, I'm not. That's in your opinion.
No, that's a fact, bro.
No, it's not a fact. That's your fact.
That's a fact.
What are you saying?
When you want to trade a player who's in the Western Conference Finals this year, but you didn't want to trade a player who couldn't
trade talk, man.
Right, because he's 30-something years old, bro.
Okay, and what about Kobe, who had an injury?
All right, who cares, man? Y'all be talking about some of the dumbest stuff I've ever heard.
That's
man.
not even.
That's why I say I can't even have y'all just get up here and just keep ranting because y'all just get up here. Y'all just get up here talking about crying about trades and LeBron and it's over. He 30. Wait, but look, he can't do nothing about being 30, 38, 39, whatever he is. They got to go beat the Denver Nuggets in Game 3. So that's what we talking about. And then we still got to talk about all this time. Y'all crying about all this stuff. We ain't even talking about the Miami Heat and how they could potentially eliminate the number 1 seed as an 8
It's looking like it. It's looking like it.
Jimmy buckets.
All right, I gotta stay on topic, man. This is y'all go off on these long tangents talking about it too.
About
That's
some bullshit.
Your boys.
Yeah, he asked a crazy question. That didn't have nothing to do. That was not even no. But okay, Jimmy Buckets, man, and who y'all got tonight, man? That's tonight. Do Miami Heat go up 2-0 or do Tatum? And let me just say this before y'all answer that. I really think the new coach is a problem because always it's still the thing between Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Is it my team, your team, my turn, your turn? And I think Udoka, shout out to Udoka, because I think he channeled that, and they was able to, get to where they got to last year. But this year, I don't know. What y'all think about it?
Hey, I'm done with betting against Jimmy Butler.
Same here.
Every time I say this dude, they can't win. They win. I didn't think they could win Game 7 against the Bucks. They won. A lot of people doubt. I didn't doubt them against the Knicks, but a lot of people doubted them against the Knicks. They won. I definitely doubted them in Game 1 versus the Celtics. They won. Like, I mean, if I have to pick, I think Miami Heat gonna win because that's all they've been doing has been beating everybody. Like, I mean, I don't know how you can pick against.
Tatum is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
No, just say
AD light-skinned nigga. Wasn't another one of them light-skinned niggas. Oh man, Tatum inconsistent as they come, man.
You know what, George? You know what makes good players inconsistent is good defenses. Give Jimmy Butler and that team. Remember, Jimmy Butler, 30 points and 6 steals. Give him credit for showing out both sides of the floor and making those guys inconsistent. Just give them credit.
But those 3 travels at the from Tatum in that 90 seconds, that's I don't know. That's Tatum.
But Pope, that travel is good defense. Remember, Gabriel Vincent rotated over perfectly.
Yeah,
and cut off the drive, made him pick his dribble up, and good rotations, good defense to do that to you.
I think because when you get to that spot where he was at, you either supposed to go up or not. Like,
bro, if you go up, it's a charge, and they going the other way.
Or you pull up, then
there you go,
man. Bro, Pope. I want you to walk in the gym. Like some of y'all need to try some of these moves that y'all be wanting these players to pull off. I want you to drive as fast as you can from the left wing
and stop on the motherfucking dime.
Irregardless of whether you right or left-handed. And then I want you to bring 2 people in the gym, one to be right in your hip and one to go cut you off. And I want you to go practice that shot. That fadeaway. I want you to go practice it and tell me how it feels. If you're confident shooting it, how many times you actually make it. You can even try it without defense.
What I'm trying to tell, I'm not saying that when you driving, you're supposed to have awareness of, okay, I'm gonna have to either stop right here or I'm gonna have to jump and pass the ball over there. Like, all of that happens in a blink. You should know this. Like, you see what you're doing and how the defense is playing. If you drive it into a double team or if you drive it, you see this. So for him to Trey, that's like baby stuff. This is stuff you shouldn't even do in AAU. Come on, knock it off.
But if you see the rotation, then he probably would have just skipped the ball to the weak side. See, a good defense is going to rotate so quickly. But a good defense is going to rotate so quickly that you ain't going to have time to really react like that, especially when the shot clock and all that stuff is running down. I mean, you got to make a quick decision.
You act like these guys don't watch film, Lamar.
I'm just telling you what happened in the moment. From me playing in games, I know that when you put yourself in a certain situation in games, it's not this as easy as y'all saying to get yourself out of it. If we looking from a bird's eye view. We seeing from the top down, so we can see all his options. When he buried in the corner and when he got somebody right in his hip and he got Gabriel Vincent stepping up for the charge, he don't see all the stuff that you see from the TV screen.
No, it's not what we see.
The shot clock is running.
It's a feel. I used to play point guard. It's a feel of the game that you have. LeBron James is one of the. Listen, I'm not no LeBron James fan. I don't like his game. But one thing I don't never lie about. He is great at the feel for the game. And LaMelo Ball, another one. They great of knowing just where everybody is on the court. That's called vision. So I expect his vision to be on point when you are that type of player. He is 6'8", 6'9", you drive into the lane, you got to make your decision. Like, you should already know what you doing, what the defense, how they playing you, how they reacting to you, and what you could get out of it. Whether you can get a floater shot, a fadeaway, or you can swing it out to the corner. LeBron is great for that. He know how to catch the defense slipping, and if I drive hard right now, the defense gonna all be on me, and I'm gonna probably have my nigga in the corner. He know that before he do it. That's what made greats great, bro. They know what they gonna do ahead of time. Like Larry Bird telling the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, no need. I'm gonna do this at the end of the game. Go in the corner, shoot the three, we win. You ain't got to worry about drawing up nothing or wearing the ball. Like, I know what I'm about to do to you, and you ain't gonna stop it. So for Tatum, he don't have that. He's too indecisive.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Jimmy Butler, I bet you couldn't put Jimmy Butler in that situation. That's what I'm saying. Certain players, they're not gonna let you box them in to where you get travel 3 times in a row, 3 times in 90 seconds. 1 time maybe, but 3 times, I'm not gonna give you no excuses. Your mentals ain't there, and you indecisive, you passive aggressive. Figure out what you're gonna do and do it.
So you don't think Miami's defense had a part in that?
I mean, of course, they play good defense. I'm not taking nothing away from Miami's defense, but I'm saying I'm not excusing Jason Tatum, because what we always know, you can play good defense, but in league, better offense is always going to get you.
Well,
Better offense.
They're saying that defenses win championships is for a reason.
No, for sure. But
defense wins
offense.
out. Good defense consistently is going to always win out over good offense if it's consistent.
That wasn't true in the Lakers in the Boston series.
Oh my God.
What Laker Boston series?
What are we talking about?
Magic and Bird.
Oh my God.
Man,
The Lakers was always a better offensive team. Am I right?
For sure. I mean, no, you're right.
I'm just saying. He just said something that wasn't true.
But I mean, defense does win championships. We know this. But
Here we go. Everybody agrees with Lamont when he's wrong. Like I say, man. What?
Well, he's not wrong.
I'm just saying.
Defense, I do this game. Defense wins championships for sure. But you got to have your offense. Of course, it's not. You can just be a great defensive team and you suck on offense.
Shit, the Detroit Pistons with Ben Wallace sucked on offense and they won.
They did not
They
suck
was
on
horrible.
offense.
Yes, they did.
Are you serious?
They sucked on offense. Yes.
So Rasheed Wallace sucked. Rip Hamilton
No,
sucked.
that offense.
Billups
I
sucked.
didn't say they didn't have good offensive players. I said that offense was trash.
They averaged like 97 points a game. I remember
Less than that.
But don't act like y'all don't know.
Yeah, they were a good defensive team. They stopped the offensive juggernaut. Yeah.
But their offense wasn't trash, bro.
No, it wasn't
They had
trash.
too many
Man,
players.
y'all
The
gotta
only
stop,
dude
man.
who couldn't give you 30 on their
That trash
starting
was
lineup
hot.
was
That
Ben
was some
Wallace.
hot garbage offense, man.
But back then they were playing half-court games too, Lamont.
That was horrible offense. They was playing elite defense, horrible offense.
They're playing half.
If it wasn't for Chauncey Billups belling them out half the time, that offense was horrible.
Oh, Tayshaun Prince could score now.
Tayshaun Prince can give you 30. Wallace can give you 30. Rip can give you 30. Billups can get.
Hey,
I don't understand.
Look. I could go get 5 prime Shaquille O'Neals and put them all on the floor and say, "Oh, all these Shaqs can give you 30."
No,
they go
all
out there and
play
that
good.
offense would be hot garbage.
That would all be the same position if you.
It would be hot garbage.
No.
Okay.
You said 5 Shaqs. That
Ben
would be
Wallace, hot garbage. They never ran through the post.
Yep.
Tayshaun Prince, extremely limited. Rip Hamilton was only a catch and shoot shooter. Man, come on, man. If it wasn't for Chauncey Billups, if it wasn't for Chauncey Billups, that offense would have been atrocious.
Yeah, Chauncey was the key.
Okay.
There go another cheerleader in the background.
That's a fact. Chauncey was that dude. That's a fact.
No, for sure, Chauncey was that dude. You ain't saying nothing. He's a future Hall of Famer, and Chauncey was that dude who's a future Hall of Famer. So that ain't no saying nothing.
I don't know if Chauncey gets in. That's the sad part about it.
So you're telling me Wallace couldn't score?
That's the only
Ben
one.
Wallace?
I said Rasheed.
Rasheed was a super. He could do everything to you.
No, I'm talking to you, bro. I'm talking to them.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you look at the facts, if you look at that team, no one averaged over 20 points a game those couple years in Detroit. You look
They
at the stats.
all shared the load.
That's what I'm saying. So they weren't required to.
And the league wasn't a 3-point league when everybody was putting up 100.
No,
I didn't ask you about no 3
They didn't
points.
have no three. They weren't shooting threes because none of them motherfuckers could really shoot threes like
that. But could Rasheed score?
That's not true.
Except Chauncey Billups.
Yep.
So Rasheed Wallace couldn't score the basketball. Rasheed Wallace couldn't score the basketball.
Bro, y'all act like so. Okay, we're just gonna defer to y'all. That was an elite offense. Okay,
I didn't say that. I said could Rasheed Wallace score?
Yes, he can.
Bro,
yes.
They were horrible.
Okay.
Hold on. The GOAT James says Lakers will win the next 4 games straight. Watch. Hey.
Damn.
It's back to possibilities. It's possible.
He high.
It's possible.
He's high.
LeBron have to play smarter. That's why they lost because.
Yeah, they play undisciplined. No, I mean I put the loss on them all, but that fourth quarter was definitely on Brown and AD.
Oh yeah, LeBron fucked up that fourth quarter, straight up.
Yeah,
no one can argue that shit.
That's the money quarter. And look, guess what? Jamal Murray fucked up 3 quarters, and guess what quarter he didn't fuck up in? That's what mattered. That's the money quarter.
Yeah, down the stretch.
That is.
Yeah, I give all credit to Jamal Murray for winning that game for Denver, game 2. That was all Jamal Murray, 4 quarters.
For sure.
Straight up.
For sure.
Yep.
And it was all LeBron James trying to think he is Jamal Murray, trying to 3 for 3.
Dumbass threes.
He tried to show him up. He tried to show him up.
So can I. You made that look easy.
Man, every time this motherfucker LeBron get tired, this nigga start jacking up threes. Every time. Go to the basket.
You should know that's when you don't shoot threes.
So what you guys think what's gonna happen next year if you run it back?
Man, we need to know what's gonna happen next game, man. We be jumping all the way to next year.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Asteroid
Lamont.
might hit the
That's
planet Earth.
sensitive.
We might not be here next year.
Hold on. You know what, Lamont? It's one question I always wanted to ask you. Why do you got that picture behind you?
Picture.
It's right behind you.
What picture?
It's a picture behind you. 2 people.
Oh, FYF Sports Debates up here?
No, it's a picture in the frame.
Oh, Kobe Jordan?
Oh yeah.
What about it?
Where's that picture right there?
2 great players.
Oh, the greatest?
No, they're definitely.
No, what?
Not in my top 10.
Oh, but subliminally, but I think so because they right there staring at you all the time.
No, I said they're 2 great players. They both mimic each other's game.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Kobe was MJ 2.0.
Okay, that was 1A and 1B.
He's like the newer iPhone version of Jordan, basically.
Okay, I got you, bro. Good joke. That's all I want to know, bro.
You don't agree? You don't think Kobe was a better version of Jordan?
Okay, no. If Jordan is 1, then Kobe is 1A.
Hold on, but hold on. I think you could easily say that Kobe was a better version of Jordan, but Jordan still ranks ahead. Jordan ranks ahead because of that fact. The career achievements. See, when I rank, I don't necessarily rank players just off talent.
All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I just want to know about the picture. I know you're gonna leave it alone,
George. I'm still gonna say this. Like when I rank players, like when I talk about Draymond Green being a Hall of Famer, it's not because he's talented. We all know he's not the most talented player. And even if you go back to NBA history, when you look at George Mikan, this guy could barely make a layup, but he's in the Hall of Fame because he was one of the founders of basketball. Like I said, Draymond Green, what he's done with his career, with the championships, with the defensive achievements, that's what's going to get him into the Hall of Fame. You can't take that away from him. The Hall of Fame is, and all these ranking lists, they shouldn't be about talent. They should be about what did you do? Did you maximize the talent? What did you do with the talent that you had on an NBA floor?
Exactly.
We talk about Allen Iverson. No. Allen Iverson was one of the most talented basketball players ever. He never maximized everything that he had on an NBA floor. He never maximized it. And same thing you can say with Tracy McGrady. You can say that with Grant Hill. You can say that with a ton of guys who were super talented, like Grant Hill and Penny. Like you can say Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway are easily top 10
I
basketball.
just want to know why is there no LeBron?
I think you can easily say that Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, talent-wise, just talent, are top 10 all time, talent-wise. If you just went off just sheer talent and nothing more. But we can't judge them off talent. We got to judge them based on what they did with that talent in the NBA. You could put Tracy in there. It's a whole bunch of talented players that did not use that talent. So when I judge Kobe, I have to judge his career. He had a great career, but I have to look at how it also panned out on the basketball court. And for me to say that he had a better career than Tim Duncan, I can't say that. I have to rank guys like Duncan higher. Bill Russell, I have to rank Bill Russell higher. I have to rank these guys higher. I feel like they did more with they talent.
See, for me, man, I feel like I think Jordan started all of that. That never happened until Jordan won 6 rings and people started because when Jordan era was popping, we didn't say Bill Russell got 11 rings, so he's the GOAT, or who was Magic Johnson got 4 or 5 rings, so no. Michael Jordan was labeled the best in the NBA before he ever got 1 ring. Like everybody knew hands down he was the man before he got 1 ring, and they called him the best ever we've ever seen before he got 1 ring. All the rings that he got after that was just like icing on cake. And it was like once he started, because everybody knew once he got a team around him, that it's going to be trouble. And that's exactly what happened. Once he got that team or them teams, it was 3 straight. It was like easy. He was smacking them. Okay, you even get to the finals and you're not even getting him to a game 7. He getting you out of here in 6 or less. It was like, so he was really Thanos to the league. We didn't look at rings and how many MVPs he had. We looked at what you said, his game. We seen him flying through the air, scoring on 3-4 people. They sending triple teams at him, and he'll make your triple team look silly. So
I want to add to your point too. How much of this do you feel like, as far as like your peers, how your peers view you?
Yeah,
so back during Jordan era, like how would Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, how did they view Jordan?
That's what I mean. They viewed him as the best. The guys who was the best viewed him as the best. Like he's Thanos. Okay, we good, yes, but that dude, they already knew. And that's what I'm saying. It's like players was even scared to say something. You're talking about top-notch players in the league scared to talk trash to Jordan, to not rub him the wrong way. Like that to me, that's you're that dude. And everybody knows it, and that's why he still can't be triumphed, no matter how much a player could do as far as stats. Because we know eras of rules, that makes a big difference in how scoring happens. The different with no hand checking, the spread of offense nowadays, the ticky-tack calls, all of that type of stuff. So we understand it's like, yeah, it's an open more league. People. You got Cam Thompson or Thomas from Nets putting up 40s and 50s in this league. Kenny Lofton Jr. putting up 40s in his first games. Like that. It's just so easy to score the NBA now. You got to put it in its proper perspective when you're talking about, oh, he got the scoring this and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but his game, his skill set is nowhere close to a lot of players. LeBron for me, is what I'm talking about. It's nowhere near a lot of players. His skill set. Yeah, you can look at his numbers. They beautiful. Off the charts. Got a few rings. Nice. But his skill set, and we've seen much more talented players.
Gotcha. Definitely the skill set is there. I agree with the skill set.
You know what I mean? With LeBron, is to me, his skill set is like when you get older. When Kobe and them couldn't be high flyers and Jordan and them couldn't be high flyers, they turned themselves into just, which they was already good at the mid range, but it was like good post players. They was dominant in the post. Since they couldn't dunk on you no more, the fade away was beautiful. It was efficient. They played within themselves. See, to me, LeBron, I don't know. It's a big difference, man. It's a big difference. than them dudes I watched. Larry Bird, Scary Larry. Yeah, I can't put LeBron over Scary Larry.
Yeah, but see, with players like Larry Bird, see, we didn't have the opportunity to criticize them late in their career because these guys was retiring in year 12 and 13, breaking down. So we never got to see old riddled Larry Bird trying to hold on in year 18 and 19, like we saw with Hakeem when he was with the Rockets and stuff like that. Like some of these players, they didn't just give us the opportunity to see them when they was at their lowest. And so we judge them off their primes. Like Magic is judged on only his primes. Like we never saw Magic play out to year 20 and he's out there barely getting up to assists and turning the ball over and looking crazy. And then we can kind of judge him.
A freak of nature.
So I think LeBron still gets judged. Like if you equally judge LeBron with all of the other 36, 37, 38-year-olds in the league, it's just like
killing them.
Like, man, come on. Like, what are we talking about? Like
right.
Lowry out there barely gimping around, and you see Terrence Ross and these guys out here. It's just like, man, y'all don't. Jeff Green out there looking super old, just looking. Come on, man. And it's just like, man, like you gotta, like LeBron is just different, man. He different, but he not the same though. He definitely not the same.
Hey, Lamont, I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and the dude had a comparison of Jordan and LeBron, their stats at age 38.
Oh, it's not even close.
You get a chance to research
I've
that.
seen it before. It's not even close. Yeah. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like, and I just think LeBron is going to always get a bad rap because he's amassed a ton of
body of work.
Yeah. Well, he's amassed a ton of crazy fans, and he's also amassed a ton of haters. And so the crazy fans are always going to over-exaggerate, and the haters are always going to also over-exaggerate. And then he's never going to get a fair shake. Like I said, I feel like even if they get put out by the number 1 seed Denver Nuggets, this is a highly successful season for the Lakers. Nobody in the – I feel like I might be the only person on the planet that before the season started, I predicted they would get to the Western Conference Finals, and they sitting here right now. And I said, I don't know how. I said, they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure out the Russell Westbrook issue, but it's too much talent. They're going to get there, and people call me crazy. And look where they at now. So I feel like this is a success. Starting off 2-10, teams that start off this bad don't make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They made a great run. This should be looked at as a success. But
it was a win. It was a win.
Yeah, but see, the unfortunate reality of LeBron James is he's held to such a high standard, even at 38 years old. He has to win the championship. If he doesn't win the championship, it's a fail for him. And now people are going to – and see, actually, for LeBron, him losing in the Western Conference Finals might be better. So people don't say that he's 4-7 in the finals as opposed to 4-6, because that's the only thing they're going to use it for. And then even if he wins the finals, it's going to be excuses. And I don't know, man. It's just not fair. He won't get a fair shake.
Well, I got to get out of here in a second, man. But I'm going to say this last little thing.
Yeah, I'm about to shut this one down too.
Yeah, the fair shake, man, is he didn't come in. They came in promoting him as being better than Michael Jordan before he even took a dribble on the NBA floor. So that rubbed a lot of people.
They didn't promote him as being better than Jordan before he took
that he would be better than, yes, for sure. They used to say he's going to be better than Michael Jordan. That was.
I didn't hear that. I heard some good stuff about him, but I did not hear that.
This is what made me not liking it. So I'm telling you that I'm not going to make nothing up, my brother. This is what made me not really like him off the top. And I knew something was weird because you usually don't predict that for nobody. We didn't see too many people be dope in college and talking about top notch in college and get to the league and fall right off. So I'm like, why is they making it seem like he for sure going to be this type of dude? But they were saying he going to be better than Jordan and all of that. They was pushing that narrative. And that's what's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, is they tried to put him over Kobe and Jordan.
But they doing that with Victor Wembanyama right now.
Not really. They're saying he's gonna be the best in the league in 3 years, but they're not saying he's gonna be the best ever. When you say you're gonna be better than Jordan, come on, man. Like, that's Jordan. When they say he's gonna be the best in the league in 3 years, that's the league. They're not saying he's gonna be the best.
But why wouldn't you appreciate that? If a player comes in with we see so many players come in with all these expectations and then fail and flop. And then when you have a guy that comes in and they're putting the expectation of Michael Jordan on his head out the gate, and he's able to have a career that he's had. Like, how many players actually live up to the hype that's been put on them? How many? None of them. I mean, maybe like when we talk about players like Kobe didn't come in with this type of hype, so he didn't have the expectation. When you look at all the great players, there was some hype coming around KD, but not where he's at now. When you look at Tatum, there was big hype that he was going to like. LeBron came in with the biggest, like, it's crazy.
Up to it, man. But he didn't live up to being better than Jordan, but he lived up to being not a great player.
I don't know. I mean, there's got a lot of people that. I mean, it's a lot of people that feel he's in that conversation.
Correct. So
if he hasn't done enough to pass him yet, and LeBron is still playing. Like whatever he has left in his tank, he's still adding to his legacy now.
But see, this is what makes him not for me. It's what makes him not better than you're not better than Jordan in the amount of years that Jordan played. Whatever you do now, it don't even matter. It's longevity type. So you're right when you say even if he win now, right? It doesn't matter. We already seen.
Well, then if it's about that, then Jordan didn't do what Bill Russell did in the amount of years that Bill Russell played.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about your skill set, level of you that you was in your prime. So you're not gonna get better no time soon. So even if you win more rings, it don't mean that you better. The player that he is never gonna be as good as the player Michael Jordan was. Whether you can just say they primes, you can put their primes. Forget the end of their years. I'm not gonna even count these years right here for him, LeBron James, because this is the ass end. So I'm not gonna hold him to that. Just like I don't hold Michael Jordan to the Wizard year he had. I'm talking about primes, and it's too late. LeBron is past his prime, so he's not gonna get no better than he was in his prime.
But you're talking about talent though. When you talk about somebody's prime, you're comparing Jordan. Jordan is a far superior talent to LeBron. If you're talking about just talent offensively, there's a lot of things LeBron does is superior to Jordan.
Defensively, not offensively.
But there are a lot. But I mean, I think people when they say the defensive, I don't know if it's that far off. Like people kind of just see, and I think with Jordan, there comes also a ton of just the nostalgia talk and not a lot of realism. Like Jordan wasn't even the best defensive player on his own team.
That's not true. That's not true.
He wasn't, man. It's not even
arguable.
close.
How about that? That's arguable.
It's not arguable. When you really arguable. Sit down and you really do film study, like I've done, and I've done the videos, it's not even comparable that Pippen is the superior defensive player. And it was Jordan. I don't even know if Jordan's up there with Hakeem. Like if you look at the top 3 defensive players in the 90s, I say it's David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Scottie Pippen. And you still have to look at Gary Payton and those guys. But to throw Jordan up there just because he's Jordan, and people ain't really putting a lot of facts with it. Like when you say defensively, what made him such a great defender? Like I can break down Pippen's. A lot of people really can't break down Jordan defensively because he really didn't have anybody to defend. So you really don't know what he could or couldn't do.
Okay, I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one. Let's say that's your opinion. I can't change that with nothing I say because I know you done your research and that's what you came up with. I respect it. I'm just gonna tell you, for me, he's a hell of a defender, one of the best I've ever. And to me, post defense and wing defense is different. So yeah, you gotta say who was the best post defender. Olajuwon or David Robinson, and then when it comes to perimeter defenders, if you want to say Pippen is the best of all time, you can say that, and I give you, to me, 1 or 2, but Jordan was just as good. The only time they had to put Pippen on the best defender, which was Magic Johnson, he was 6'10", and that's the only time.
That's not the only time.
Sticky Magic, they said, you know what? That's
really they moved Scottie Pippen around and had him on unnatural. They put Scottie Pippen on Mark Jackson when they were playing the Pacers because nobody could contain Mark Jackson. Like they used Scottie Pippen, and so Scottie Pippen was the best on-ball defender, off-ball defender. He was the best post defender on that team.
Who did Mike have to stick? Yeah,
That's what I'm
Mike
saying.
had to guard Starks, right?
But I mean, but what? That's not nothing.
He had to guard Starks.
That Starks is nobody.
What? Oh, Starks, come on, man. That's not true.
Hold on.
Starks
You
is
have
a
to tell me
player.
that.
He's not a
You
Hall
have
of
to tell me
Famer.
that Jordan had to guard Starks. That's not a tough assignment. Ain't no way that's a tough assignment.
That is a tough sight. Starks is gonna come at you. All right, so you don't like John Starks? I see.
No, I like John Starks,
was a
man.
player to me.
Bro, John Starks as
How
a.
old is you, LeBron? You
Oh,
watch?
man. Hold on.
Oh, you too? Like you watch highlights?
No, John Starks was a good player. But you can't tell me a guy that was bagging groceries and got an opportunity to play for the Knicks was really a challenge to Michael Jordan.
No, it's not about it being a challenge. It's that don't act like John Starks was just some walk in the park.
He was average. The fact that he made an All-Star
so
game.
What was Mark Jackson? Hold on.
The fact that he's looked at as a
Mark Jackson, that's like
Mark Jackson's one of the greatest point guards of all time. John Starks was a top 10 shooting guard in the 90s. That's how thin the position was.
You going too far, man.
Hold on. John Starks was a top 10 shooting guard in the 90s. That's how thin. Yes, that's how thin that position was.
When did John Starks play shoot?
With the Knicks. Because Derek Harper played
when?
point.
I I'm not John Starks. I'm thinking of Mark Jackson. You said John Starks was.
John Starks was he's a top 10 shooting guard in the 90s.
Top 10 guard? No.
In the 90s, he is. Jordan was not a better defender than Pippen. I don't know where y'all get that from.
Oh, okay, I'm back. But yeah, no, I don't think John Starks was top 10.
Adrian Knight, Jordan tried to guard Grant Hill. Grant Hill cooked Jordan every time. He cooked Jordan. Just like AI cooked Jordan. All the dynamic guards, when the dynamic shifty guards started coming into the league, Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, you're talking about that's okay. So I'm glad you said.
And this was illegal defense era, so you couldn't get no help. You said you don't like switching. They couldn't switch. He was out there getting cooked.
You can't hear me now. You saying this because you talking about Cook Jordan. You talking about Jordan who was 36 years old. 36-year-old Jordan. That's what AI did. That's how old Jordan was when AI crossed him over. So you talking about older Jordan that when Grant Hill and AI was doing, when you talking about cooking, they wasn't cooking them, but they did get they shit off on them. But you going a little too far with cooking, but
he did.
He was 36, man. Yeah, he was 36 years old. So it went like this with young Jordan, who was locking everybody up.
And young LeBron was locking people up.
Oh no, young LeBron was. Young LeBron.
But in a league with better players and better defenders, it was going to be much harder for him to get into, because LeBron's still been on 6 all defensive teams. He just hasn't won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
But yeah, that's to me too. I don't think it's better players in this era than it was when Jordan was playing. I really don't. To me, it was way more killers. And
it wasn't no killers. It was not killers out there.
It was some killers, man.
How can they weren't winning? How could they be true killers and they ain't winning nothing?
Yeah, people was winning because Jordan was Thanos. We just discussed this. Jordan was Thanos.
No, Jordan's always going to be Thanos if you're dealing with a whole league of players that wanted to call you Black Jesus or the Black Cat and was scared to talk trash to you. If nobody wanted to go at you, because when Kobe came in the league, they were like, yeah, you got to call him Black Jesus. He was like, what are y'all talking about? I'm calling him Mike. You dealing with a league full of players that are scared to go at him. Oh, we can't
That's
talk to
not
Mike
true.
before the game. He gonna give us 40. What?
That's right. That's
Man,
right.
I'm going at him, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, look. Let's put it this way. So KG, he's a buster because KG learned his lesson. Kevin Garnett, when he, you heard the story when J.R. Ryder was giving Mike Bucky was giving him work, and KG was talking that shit.
And that's why he was a loser in Minnesota, because he had a losing mentality. He was scared to go at people.
If you want to call it, that's a loser mentality.
Okay, but he was Kevin Garnett was a loser for the majority of his career, walking around with that I want to be scared of Jordan mentality.
You can't be a loser when you take the Minnesota Timberwolves, who was a trash, we still like to this day, they're a trash organization, and you had them in the Western Conference that was heavy back then. It was tough, man. What are you talking about? It was Kevin Garnett or bus over there in Minnesota for a long time.
A lot of the losing wasn't Kevin Garnett's fault. A lot of the losing wasn't his fault. But when all the players that walk around giving me these stories about Jordan and you can't talk trash to them, they all were pretty much losers or didn't win anything of significance. Because champions don't walk around saying that. Champions ain't gonna walk around talking about, yeah, you can't talk to trash to Mike, man. I didn't hear Shaq and them saying that when they beat the Bulls in 95.
I hear what you're saying, man, but you talking about greats who have been saying this, Hall of Famers that knew not to talk, because they make no sense. The reason why is like you talk shit to Mike, all you do is fuel him. And so it was actually smart, as them being smart, like it don't make no sense to wake up a nigga who already crazy, and because it ain't like you ain't gonna get him out his game. It's smart to talk shit to a player that you can do that, and you can get him out his game, and he'll be rattled because you talking shit and giving him buckets. But if that's the total opposite, which that's what's usually the case, you talk shit to somebody, they try to talk shit back to you. Now they out of their game, trying to do too much. But that wasn't the case. The opposite for Mike. You talk shit to Mike, he fuck around and give you 30 straight, 20 straight. Like
I know, but you talk shit. Like shit talking is part of basketball. Everybody go back and forth. You're supposed to. Like I've never heard somebody say you can't talk trash to him because he gonna go crazy. Like he gonna go crazy anyway, whether you talk trash or not.
No,
so just do what you do.
Right, me. I mean, I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit, but at the same time, Mike was that guy. So that you gotta put respect on the fact he was that much of a nigga. He was that beastie to where even greats, Hall of Famers, people that was not, these ain't role players that be like, to be scared. No, you got Hall of Famers champions. Kevin Garnett is a champion.
Hey, let me ask you this.
What you want to say?
How come Isaiah Thomas doesn't talk like that?
It does, man, listen.
Because Isaiah Thomas beat Mike. All the people that beat Mike don't talk like that.
Who you say?
All the people that was beating Mike's brains in, they don't talk like
Who
this.
Was beating Mike's
the
brains
Pistons were.
No, they wasn't beating his brains in, man.
Yeah, all the super teams of the 80s were beating him. Like everybody was beating up on Jordan in the 80s.
You just said keyword. Super teams that was beating him.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
They was beating, but they was beating him. He had no team.
I know.
So as soon as he got a team, sorry that they got a little bit older, but even the team he won 3 straight with was not that good. They wouldn't have no superstars. Nobody averaged more than 20 on that team, except for Mike.
But the points make you a superstar? Or does your play make you a superstar?
No.
Remember, they had a collection of talent that nobody else in the NBA could match.
Oh, that's bogus. Teams were so stacked. There was a lot of super teams.
Who?
What do you mean?
Who?
What do you mean who? Come on, man.
Yeah, who?
You want to act like you don't know who had squads over there?
I know them. I want you to tell me who you think was a super team in the 90s other than the Bulls.
The Detroit Pistons.
In the 90s?
Correct.
Who?
Yeah, they still had Isaiah Thomas, Rodman. They had all the players they was whooping Jordan with.
They traded Rodman going into the 90s.
Had the same squad.
They have not. No. Going into the 90s, the Pistons were no longer the same. That was the 80s.
So they didn't have Isaiah Thomas. So the team
Isaiah
that
Thomas
beat,
soon retired, and Joe Dumars is the only one that played deep into the 90s. He got to one more All-Star game, but the Pistons were no longer relevant after 1991.
What do you mean they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, Mike? What are you talking about? They went to
what year
Jordan
was this?
beat them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I said
So
after
how are they not
1991, the Pistons were no longer relevant. They didn't go to no Eastern Conference Finals after
I'm
1991.
talking about when Jordan beat the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals.
What, in 89, 90?
Yes, they were super team.
I just said after 1991.
No, don't say after, because we want to talk about.
Because I'm talking about 1990-91 season. Pistons were no longer relevant.
You just said no super teams. Michael Jordan didn't have to play against no super teams. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the super team that he beat once he got a team. And if you want to talk about,
said in the 90s there were super teams. Where were the super teams in the 90s?
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Houston Rockets was definitely a super team. The Orlando Magic, they definitely was a super team.
The Houston Rockets were a super team?
For sure. They had Charles Barkley. They had Elijah.
Jordan didn't play when they had Charles Barkley.
Huh?
The Barkley stuff didn't happen until after Jordan left the Bulls. Or after they run.
Who did Houston have? Who did Houston have?
On the first run, they had Mario Elie, Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell, Otis Thorpe. They had a white dude on the bench that was solid. They wasn't a super team for sure. The second run, they were struggling in the regular season. They went and they traded for Drexler, and Drexler helped them throughout the playoff run. But really, it was just Akeem and Drexler with the same other cast of characters. They weren't super.
They weren't super.
No.
So having Elijah and Kenny Smith, Cassell, Thorpe, and Maxwell, and all these players you just named, that ain't and Horry, that ain't super.
No.
So what is you calling? So name me a super team in the NBA today.
A super team in the 90s. I'm gonna give you an example of a super team in the 90s. Was a team like the Bulls, who had the sixth man of the year, the coach of the year.
No. Give me the players. Give me the players. Now you just went to the defense. Give me the players, because I'm
gonna give you players. Team. Okay, so I can give you on the first three-peat. When you look at a guy like,
please give me a super team.
Hold on. When you look at a guy like BJ Armstrong, who's been an all-star. Hold on. How can he be trash when he's been an all-star in this league?
Man, he was an
when
all-star.
When you look at a guy like Horace Grant, who was an all-star,
he made
Pippen was an all-star. Pippen wasn't just an all-star. Pippen was also top 10 in MVP voting.
Was they all-stars when they did the three-peat?
Hold on.
No. If you're gonna tell it right.
Hold on. I'm just giving you who they were. Hold on. So you had Pippen, who was top 10 in MVP voting during that first three-peat run, and you had Jordan, who obviously was the MVP, best player in the league. They also had the best coach in the league.
He was not an MVP vote, top 10. You said
yes,
top
he was.
10 MVP lot.
Yes, he was.
And anyways, like I said, man,
I've already pulled this up. Pippen was top 10 in MVP voting 91 and 92.
Look, you cannot act like that was a super team. Stop playing. Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, BJ Armstrong.
No, but I'm not debating.
That's not a super team.
I'm not debating if you think the Bulls were a super team. You said there were other super teams that could actually compete with them. Who?
No, but you just told me the Bulls was a super team.
Yeah, I believe they were super, especially on the second run.
No, the second run, I can say, that was a super team. The first three, that was nowhere close to a super team.
Okay, I'll get. Let's say we go with that. Tell me another team in the league that had enough talent to legitimately compete with them.
A lot of teams, man.
Who?
Come on, man. I'm gonna go look at the rosters. I'm not about to just spill out, because when you say 90s, I'm gonna have to go into
the Sixers with Clarence Weatherspoon.
90s is 10 years, man. It's 10 years of the 90s. So which, I mean, you talking about the early 90s?
The Milwaukee Bucks and Vin Baker?
No, and don't just talk about the Eastern Conference, because you got to beat the Western Conference had squads over there.
All right, Stanley Robertson, the LA Clippers.
Oh wow, you being funny. That was a good one. I don't even know how you pulled that.
And then you had the Dallas Maverick young duo, Jason Kidd and them boys, and Jim Jackson. Maybe they could have did it.
So early 90s, like I said, I'm driving right now, so I can't even pull up.
Mitch Richmond and Wayman Tisdale could have possibly done it with the Kings. That could have been super.
That ain't no damn super team.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out who was the super. Where was the super?
I'm gonna get to it.
Was Sean Elliott and David Robinson super enough?
Like I said, the Houston Rockets definitely had a squad.
Okay, but they was not close to being super, and they didn't win nothing until Jordan retired.
My thing too is like, what do you call super when you gotta have 2 top 5 players on your team? Is that what's a super team?
No.
When you got when you deep and got a bunch of reliable, good players plus a Hall of Famer or 2, then that's a super team.
No, yeah, I mean, like I said, even if we don't label them super teams, because that could be subjective.
Yeah.
What team in the 90s had enough talent in the first or second run to actually compete with the Bulls?
A lot of teams, man, they just couldn't mess with the MJ.
Okay,
so
before you leave, man, I want you to look up this one thing. In 1994 and 1993 and 94, and then all the way in 97 and 98, Jerry Salone wrote multiple exposés to the NBA complaining about league expansion and how none of the teams could get better to compete with the Bulls. And the people who also signed off on it, Reggie Miller, a whole bunch of NBA players actually signed off on it, and a ton of coaches signed off on it. So if coaches in the moment were saying we can't get enough talent to compete with the Bulls because y'all keep expanding the league, then what teams really could?
Look, hey, man. You come up, you pull some stuff out the hat. Okay, you be pulling up some stuff. This nigga pulled up a document from 1997.
No, it's in the newspaper.
Hey, man. Hey, that just means they was chumps, man, not champs. They couldn't beat Jordan. They couldn't figure it out, so they was whining, and that's that. So, but Jordan, he took his L's in his first 9 years, not playing with no good team. Being on the Bulls for all them years, dominating the league, and still couldn't get over the hump because it was so many teams. It was definitely a lot of super teams in the 80s, late 80s. So he had to play against all these super teams in the late 80s and was destroying them but losing. And he finally got his action, got a couple pieces that made him, get over that hump. And I don't just know how people don't appreciate Jordan, man, because it ain't even about being a fan. It's what he was doing out there. It was incredible. It was crazy. And for every player that played against him, they'll tell you so. And every player that played with him, they'll tell you so. The dude was insane.
Only the people that lost to him. The people that beat him said he was a chump.
Everybody lost to him, though. That's what you're talking about. Only people
Bird
the
didn't
whole
lose
league
to him.
lost to him.
Bird didn't lose to him.
Who?
Bird didn't lose to him.
Even Magic Johnson, them. You heard Bird who didn't lose to him. Tell you he's Jesus' sneakers. They praised him. So it's
Magic Johnson them firmly believed that if he didn't have to leave with HIV, they would have been firm competitors versus the Bulls and could have beat him.
Magic Johnson came out his own mouth and said that we knew he was the man of the league when he went off and killed us in the USA practice.
No,
so, no, you're not telling.
But Magic Johnson also said, he said in 1988, Jordan will never win a championship the way he plays. So as good as he was, nobody even thought he could win a championship the way he played until he got the Pippins and the Phil Jacksons and the Horace Grants.
Should that make you appreciate Jordan more? Because he was so coachable. First, he was going off doing what he had to do because he had nobody on his team. And then once he got a team and a coach, he was coachable enough, even though as good as he was, as great as he was still coachable enough to be like, okay, this is what I got to do, Phil, to win championships. Well, just let me know because I want to win chips. I just don't want to win scoring titles and MVPs. So
on the
that's
flip
another
side,
hats off to Jordan.
I know. So that means you would have to give a bigger hats off to a LeBron who, even without help, was able to propel a team to the NBA Finals. And then even once he got help, he started winning championships. So he got to the promised land without help, and he got there with help and beat a ton of good teams on the way both times.
I can't. The reason why I can't is because he runs to championships. He chases to where it's all good at, to where people he got a hell of a squad, and that's not smooth. So to me, it's like, and I'm not saying you just stay with a team that's boo-boo, like Jordan did for 9 years. No, but you don't got to try to always run to the two of the top dudes in the league to go along with you. That you copping out from being a competitor.
So what if he would have convinced them as it was originally planned? What if he'd have convinced them to come sign in Cleveland? Would it have made it any different?
No, yeah, still, because you're all on the phone trying to make a
no. But what I'm
team
saying is he don't go chase. He don't leave his team. If he stays in Cleveland, remember Chris Bosh said, "I'm not living in Cleveland." Right. He says, if we do this, we ain't going to no goddamn Cleveland. So you saying if he stays in Cleveland and he convinces Wade and Bosh to sign in Cleveland, that means he has the loyalty because he stayed and he starts winning championships because they build a championship contender. Is that doing it the right way?
No, that's no.
So you get mad at the GM for signing players?
No. Like I say, when you calling up players, hey, should we play over here? Should we play over there? Like, this is pickup basketball.
But didn't Jordan do that?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes, positive.
You sure Jordan didn't call players up?
No, I'm positive.
You sure?
Man, come on, man.
You know I have stories. Now, I have a story where Jordan called. Actually, Scott Williams was on my channel in the interview.
Come on, man. Come on now. You know Jordan,
he was part of the first championship. Jordan called him up. I need you. My North Carolina brother. Yes.
Scott Williams is.
So Jordan recruited. You might not think that guy was of the caliber.
He didn't recruit the exact.
He did recruit.
He
did recruit.
I'm not talking about. He's not trying to recruit the best players in the NBA to come team up with him.
He already had the best players.
No. Oh my God, man, that's so funny. People.
He had a guy that was consistently top 10 in MVP voting.
I love Pippen, bro. I do. I love this game. I love the way he was so reliable on defense, and he come through with his slashing on offense, and the way he played the point forward like a genius, super smart player. Love Pippen, but he wasn't a KD or like a threat that's going.
He didn't need to be with that team. He just needed
because why?
And we know that why.
Oh my God!
Because
that's another testament to Jordan.
No. So let me ask you a question. Why? Remember, this is when he was playing alongside Jordan. If he was a MVP candidate, top 10 MVP candidate for 5 to 6 of those years.
Who?
Pippen.
That's not the truth. Oh my God.
Do I got to put it on the screen?
Man. Yes, please put it on the screen. Show me he was an MVP
candidate. All right.
5, 6 years. Come on, man. He played on a team that was macking people.
Okay, so we're going to pull it up.
Because I didn't see Pippen ever been. So I bet you it ain't in none of the first 3 championships.
Yes, it is. He was a top 10 MVP voting in 92, 91, and 92. I mean, I've done this before.
Put it on the screen for me.
All right, hold on.
Put it on the screen for me. Put it on the screen for me. You gotta make me a believer. When I see it, I believe it. And to me, it's like it's fucked up because we gotta kind of down Pippen because so people try to.
We're not down in Pippen, but he was.
He wasn't. He was.
I couldn't hear you.
Top 5 player in the league.
What?
Was Pippen Pippen one of the top 5. See, this is we're saying he MVP candidate.
Hold on. So are we supposed to disregard that Larry Bird said Jordan and Pippen were the number 1 and number 2 best players in the NBA in the 90s?
I just want to ask you.
He said
sir,
Pippen at worst was 5. He said Pippen at his worst was 5th best. He says when Jordan and Pippen were together, they were the number 1 and number 2 best players in the NBA. That's not me talking. That's not me. That's what Larry Bird said.
That's the problem. That's not you talking. I want to know from your words, your mind, your eyes, was Pippen a top 5 player in the NBA?
In the 90s? Yes.
I just want to know from your
yes.
So please give me your top 5.
Yes, hell yes in the 90s. In the 90s, you obviously got Jordan, Hakeem. There's always going to be everybody's 1 and 2, right? I got to put Malone at 3. All right. And then that 4 or 5 spot, and I think these are always interchangeable. You could go with Barkley Pippen or Pippen Barkley.
Okay, so I think you're leaving out a lot of players.
Who?
So in the 90s.
Over Scottie Pippen?
Yeah, no, you in the 90s. So you said so Magic didn't play in the 90s?
He didn't play enough years in the 90s for me to rank him with other guys. Magic played how many years in the 90s? Like 1?
Hold on. What?
I got to stop it, man. He did not play long enough throughout. He did not play long enough in the 90s.
95.
Bro, come on. He was a shell of himself them extra years he played.
He was a shell of himself. Okay. So you're not counting Magic in the league. Let's see who called me. Okay. All right, so you got him. You put him Charles Barkley. You said Elijah Wan. Because you missing Isaiah Thomas. You missing
not in the 90s. Isaiah Thomas was not a top 10 player of the 90s.
In the 90s?
Joe Dumars had a better 90s than Isaiah Thomas.
Listen, they played in the 90s, bro. I don't know what late 90s they didn't play.
Oh my God.
But they played in the 90s.
They didn't play long enough to be ranked with the best players of the 90s.
Patrick Ewing. Okay, let me see. You got
Gary Payton. I'm not putting Ewing and Payton over Scottie.
No,
Pippen.
Yes, so you forgot David Robinson. So
I know
Pippen.
I got Pippen over David Robinson, yes.
Shaq. You putting Pippen over Shaq?
In the 90s, yes. In the 2000s, no.
That's crazy. In the 90s, see, that's not the truth.
Okay, so hold on.
Shaq was
I got it on the screen right here. We're going to show you all the years where Scottie Pippen was a top 10 MVP candidate. All right. We're going to go back to the beginning because you didn't think – a lot of people just be forgetting how
nice. From? What's this source?
Bro, it's right there on the screen. It's reliable. Come on. All right. So we're going to go – oh, okay. So in 90 – so here, 91, 92, Scottie Pippen was 9th. Top 10 in MVP voting right here.
Let me see. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Clyde Drexler here. Go back to that. Now, because I get to see who in the 90s. I get to see who in the 90s.
How do you not know who was in the 90s? So in their first championship, Scottie Pippen wasn't in the MVP
better player.
Okay, he was who was better player?
That's nowhere close. He's nowhere close to being a top 5 player.
Okay, hold on. Scottie Pippen was top 10 in MVP voting in 91, 92.
I just told you. That's not top 5 player. He's nowhere top 5. Where is he top 5?
Scottie Pippen was 3rd in MVP voting in 93, 94.
Top 5 in his MVP vote.
Right here. Right there.
He's not a top 5 player, never.
Right there. He's above Shaq right there.
Okay, number 3.
He's 7 right here. All right, that's 94, 95. He played with Jordan that year. 95, 96.
Yeah, he's 7, not top 5.
No, he's 5th. He's 5th. He's right here.
He ain't better than Patrick.
That's with Jordan. That's 95, 96 with Jordan.
Okay, so
hold on. No, we got more. We got more.
Exactly.
We got more.
2 times.
Scottie Pippen tied for 10th right here.
You put this name
I didn't put no list together.
In the columns.
Scottie Pippen, 97, 98. Even only playing 40 games, 44 games, top 10 in MVP voting.
Right. They was, to make it look like Mike was playing with somebody, huh?
But hold on. So you saying this was rigged to make it look like Mike was? You saying in the 90s, they said, we're going to rig this so that future LeBron fans can say that Jordan played with another superstar.
Nah, man, ain't nobody. You taking it too far. You're taking it too far, my G.
I mean, it is what it is. Scottie Pippen was one of the best players of the 90s. And then if you go to the NBA power rankings,
he was, but he wasn't top 5.
On a year-by-year basis, he was always ranked as a top 5 player in the 90s.
He wasn't top 5, my G. He wasn't there in the league. He was awesome defensively, and that's about it.
We go to the NBA power rankings. We go to the NBA power rankings of who's the top 5 players in the 90s. This is on a year-by-year basis, right? Look at this. Hold on. So you don't think so, but where they got Pippen on here? When they calculated the points, they got Scottie Pippen at 5th. This is the NBA power rankings. David Robinson 4.
Scottie Pippen.
Karl Malone 3.
I don't care where they rank Scottie Pippen. I watched Scottie Pippen's whole career, even when he went to the Blazers.
You just don't value defense.
And like I said, I love Scottie Pippen. No, I'm a defensive player. That's like, I'm everything though. But when I played, I was everything. But yes, no, defense is huge. I love his defense. I love his smarts. But he was not a top 5 player ever. I never considered him.
Then how did they calculate this right here? So when I look at this right here, they said when Scottie Pippen played in the 90s, the highest he was ranked was 4th. The lowest he was ever ranked was 7th in the league as a player. And on top of all that, he's 6-0 in the finals, just like Jordan.
A lot of people didn't even believe that he should be in the top 50 best players of all time. It felt like he wasn't. He only got that because he rolled on the coattail.
Well, a lot of people believe that Shaq didn't belong in the first top 50 list, but Shaq made it.
No, well, that's because Shaq at that time was super young. He was super young, and they felt like he ain't did enough. He didn't have no rings at that time, none of that. So they was feeling like.
So are you saying that a guy who is a superstar in the league and is 6-0 in the finals didn't belong in the top 50 players of all time?
Say that one more time.
Are you saying that a guy that was a superstar in his era and was 6-0 in the finals shouldn't have made the top 50?
No, I'm just saying a lot of his own peers felt like a lot of people, some players got snubbed. Pippen could have been behind them. He only got that because of the 6 rings.
But what peers? I don't remember no peers saying. Every time I hear peers talking about Scottie Pippen, they actually talk about him being undervalued.
Hell no. Look, Pippen is Pippen. Pippi Longstocking.
I mean, I just don't know. I mean, every time I look up something, they say Scottie Pippen was a top 5 player in the 90s.
Well, all I know is,
like, I can go to any random list. You just tell me to click which one, and I'll almost assure you they have Scottie Pippen in number 5. Like,
I can almost assure you I can. Hey, look,
top 10 player. Look, if I go top 10 players of the 90s,
that it happened. I don't know what they say nowadays.
No. These are old lists. You just tell me which one to click. Hey, which one do I click? Just tell me which one to click. Which one do I click?
I'm not going into all of that. I'm not going into all of that.
I can't click.
All I know is, like I say,
you want me to click this one?
It's never been a top 5 player in the league.
All right, I'll click this one right here. This is a random list. I didn't create this. Look, this is the Sportster. Let's see who they got top 5 in the 90s. Maybe they don't have Scottie Pippen in the top 5. Okay. They got Scottie Pippen at 8. See, there you go. So Scottie Pippen's not top 5
player. That's what I'm saying. LeBron James went and recruited 2 top 5 players in the league at that time.
Chris Bosh was not a top 5 player in the league at that time.
He definitely was a top 5 player.
Why do y'all elevate these players just to say that? He was not a top 5 player. Bosh was not that dude like y'all trying to put. He was a good player, He was not. He might not even have been top 10.
Bosh was averaging 27 points, a double-double over on the Raptors,
Bro,
and leading them into
Kevin
the playoffs
Love
by
was doing the
himself.
same thing in with Minnesota, but he wasn't no top five player.
No, yes, he at that time he was.
Kevin Love was not a top five player in the league.
Kevin Love at that time was basically the best power forward in the league.
Kevin Love was never the best power forward in the league with Tim Duncan in it.
Listen, Tim Duncan
or
was
Kevin
older at
Garnett.
this time. Tim Duncan was old. Kevin Garnett, old. Kevin Love came in shooting threes.
Kevin Love was never a top five. He wasn't never a top five player in the NBA.
Bro, he averaged 25 and 13? What are you talking about?
It don't matter what he averaged. He was never a top
numbers.
5. He was never a top 5 player.
And
He was never better than Amari.
Average,
He was never better than
balling.
KG. He was never better than Tim Duncan. We could just start with those three.
Amari Stoudemire, by the time Kevin Love got in the league, man, you tripping. Amari Stoudemire wasn't relevant. When Kevin Love came in the league, Amari Stoudemire was not relevant. So
Yes, he was, man.
Of course, he wasn't better than Amari Stoudemire's sons, Amari Stoudemire. No, he wasn't nowhere close to that. Never would be. But at that time, when Kevin Love was averaging 25 and 14 and shooting threes post game,
y'all move the needle for what a top 5 player is to suit your argument. Because in some conversations, y'all say that these guys need to win and they got to win and do this. And then other conversations is about stats. And Chris Bosh was a loser in Toronto. He was never going to win nothing there. He probably wouldn't even be a Hall of Famer if it wasn't for
I'm not
LeBron.
talking about it's just stats. Because look, if you're not a top 5 player, believe you me, they're not getting rid of a number 1 pick. They had the number 1 pick. That's what Kevin Love was worth, a number 1 overall pick. Now, don't think of what Andrew Wiggins is today.
So Jakob Poeltl got traded for a number 1 pick. I can't hear you. Pope, you breaking up on me, Pope.
Yeah, my bad. I'm going into the sticks now, but I say,
All
man,
right.
Kevin Love was worth a number 1 pick, so that tells you he's a top 5 player in the league.
All right, man.
You don't get rid of number 1 picks.
All right.
You know what I mean? Come on. That's worth a lot.
If you're trying to, they learned their lesson. If you're trying to win championships, you go ahead and make the moves to start winning. Get an experienced guy in there that's going to play their role, not a rookie who's trying to be a superstar and going to play outside of their role. It only made sense.
Nah, I mean, LeBron. If you LeBron and you make everybody better, and you gotta, and this prospect that's number 1 is basically labeled as somebody that's gonna be crazy nice, because that's what Wiggins was labeled. He was going 6'8". He was crazy. All the athletic, everything. He checked off. Defensive player, both two-way player. So it's like, well, with Wiggins, I can train him up. And that can be what? That's a cold squad.
With Love, you don't have to train him up. All you got to do is teach him how to be a winner.
Be a top 5 player.
Bro, but you see the stipulations that you're trying to put on LeBron. You want him to not just be also a great player, but he also got to train up rookies and turn them into all-time great players for him to be great himself. And they have to win a championship on top of all that. And you're not even thinking about fit, because you got to put him and Kyrie on the perimeter as combo guards who are attacking, which the fit probably didn't work. So it probably wasn't the best fit when LeBron coming in being the point guard. It makes sense to go get a forward to balance the floor. I mean, basketball-wise, it was it was actually great for both teams. So, but Pope, man, I know you got business you got to take care of, man. I'm about to let you slide, man. I got to get this one shut down.
All right, my G. Appreciate you having me.
But yep, I'm gonna catch up with you on another one. Hopefully you pull up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. But yeah, look, so y'all, man, good show. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. It's FYF Sports, man. He said Jimmy Butler ended all that with. Hey, man, Shad. Well, it's just, people got these this stigma attached to the 90s, man. People got a lot of stigma. Hey, Reg Dog, you can pull up, man. If you think Pope was speaking facts, I'll give you one opportunity to pull up. Let me see if Reg Dog want to pull up. If you want to try to save Pope, you want to try to save him, you can. Hey, y'all, that link's only for Reg Dog. If Reg Dog don't pull up, we're gonna shut this one down. He says you got to do one with Kobe. Why his fans disrespect? Yeah, I know. I don't know why people I don't know why you have to try to tell us that these other guys weren't as good just so you can that. Like when you guys try to tell us that other guys weren't as good, you're basically telling us that you don't think the player that you're boosting is really that good. If you're just spending most of your time trying to tear down, I don't have to sit here and try to say Wade and Wade and Bosh were trash. They were both really good players, and LeBron played really good with them. And I don't have to, you don't have to do that. What up, Bees?
Hey, bro.
Yo.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing today, Lamont?
Oh, Bees. Bees, you see the title of the video? No, Bees, you see the title?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You see the title?
Yeah,
I'm
see the
giving
title.
LeBron his smoke. I gave him his smoke, man.
Hey. When are you going to be ready to acknowledge that these teams, Denver's better than what you think they are?
No, that's what I just said today. I said I think it's just Denver just better.
Denver's better, and the problem is they're too balanced. They have too many guys that can score. LA's been fortunate in a couple series where they're dead man walking on the floor. Well, you don't have many of them in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say, man, the best player on the floor is Nikola Jokic, and it ain't close.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not close, and they got what can they do, Lamont? That's going to slow. I mean, I looked at his stats today, bro. He's averaging 28 and a half, 19 rebounds, and 13 assists. What are they going? How are they going to slow that down with the efficiency that he's playing at? I'll wait for your answer.
Hey, I like I said, the way Jokic is playing, there's really only one player in the league that can slow him down.
That's Embiid. That's it.
Well, I thought it was Draymond.
Nah, Embiid. He going towards Draymond now. He too good now.
Yeah.
You gotta have that body. You gotta be able to absorb his contact, and Embiid's the only one that can do it.
Yeah, he's good. I ain't gonna lie. Jokic is, and then with Jamal Murray, he in the fourth quarter, they don't know how to defend that pick and roll, man. They can't. They go under, he torches them. They chase over, he torches them. I mean, they double him, he torches them. This is they really can't. I mean, they're doing what the Warriors were doing last series. They're trying a million adjustments, and ain't none of them working. And so. Just gotta tip your hat.
No, you're right. You're right. Last night was a painful loss for them because they actually controlled the pace of the game.
Yep.
So that made that loss sting even worse. And that loss is some soul searching, because what I saw from the Lakers last night is what I told you yesterday. Everyone was assuming the Lakers was going to be able to consistently put up points, and I just don't think the Lakers can. They're very dynamic when they can get to the free throw line, get the defense set up, but the transition defense is trash, man. They can't control the boards. Hey, man, they may be lucky to get a game, bro.
I believe. I was saying this is where I think they get a hope. I think Denver, because they've never gotten to the finals, and every game from here on out is going to get harder. Denver has to win game 3. They have to try to put their foot on their neck, because if you give the Lakers hope and they're 2-1, I just think too much funny business can happen if you allow them to win game 3.
True.
And so Denver still has some work to do, though. They got to win 2 more games, though.
I really think I thought it was going 6 no matter who won.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a possibility that the Lakers could still win this series. So I'm not saying the Lakers ain't got a chance, and I don't believe Denver's going to sweep them. They are actually very close teams.
Yeah.
It's just because of Joker, the LA's defense is neutralized. His passing ability and his ability to score on the block, pretty much when he wants, neutralizes their defense. They have to scramble too much for him.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing that I noticed in these first 2 games, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is being forced to play defense the entire game. There's no breaks for him.
He's looking gassed.
And every one of these games, I think he's gonna look worse and worse because it's every other day with no 2-day breaks, none of that.
Hey, yeah, I think you might be right on this one. It's just Denver's just looking like the better team, and they got their best player, the better team with the best player, and that's a bad combination.
That's a bad combination.
That's a bad combination, and then and he makes them they play together. Like you can't divide them. They stick together and they deal with the adversity, and if you give them a little window, then they got closers who can close the door on you, like last night. The Lakers gave them a window. Lakers had an opportunity. They shouldn't have blew that 11-point lead in the second quarter.
Yeah, I thought they needed a 12-point lead or more at halftime.
Yep.
I thought they should have been up more as bad as Denver shot the ball. Because those crazy shots Murray was hitting in the fourth, he was missing wide open shots in the first and second.
See, but remember what the Lakers was doing against the Warriors? They would get that lead, sustain it into the fourth, and then they have enough of a lead to withstand them flurries from the guards. And they just they didn't have nothing. They didn't have a big enough lead. When I saw that little 6-point lead in the third, I'm like, that ain't enough. I said, that ain't enough.
Because you knew a run was coming.
Yeah, I knew one was coming. It's just a matter of when. And they just didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. They kept putting D-Lo in. Hey, Bees, before I get out of here, because I got to shut this down, I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
And I feel like this might be the only strategy that could confuse Denver just a tad. You got to bench D'Lo, and I would start playing Malik Beasley.
Yeah, I've been saying that today. He's the answer. Whether he knocks shots down, that's another story. But he is the answer. They have to play him.
I think so now. And he knows Denver. He knows Denver's system, sets, language. He might be better defensively just because he's so familiar with them because he was on the team.
He is. I agree. He gives them a better chance of guarding their wings, guarding Murray. And if he catches lightning in the bottle, Denver going to have problems.
Yeah, if he gets hot, he's more lethal than Russell, than D'Lo. If he gets hot, he's more lethal because he don't need the ball in his hand probing the whole time to get his shot off.
No, and if they get him going, which I don't know where they got him buried right now, but they better unpack him.
I hope they do, man.
Just giving Rui more minutes or giving Schroeder more minutes, that's not going to get you much. And I think at some point, bro, they got to just say, Anthony Davis, you're guarding Jokic. We're not switching. We're not doubling. If he scores 60, he scores 60. Don't foul him. Make him shoot oversized. And everybody else, check your man. I think they have to go to that approach. I think they got more rebounds with Davis playing off Joker, but you still lost the rebounding edge. And AD never really got in the game because his jumper wasn't going early, and he just kind of deferred. And I don't know what's wrong with that guy, bro.
Yeah, he that inconsistency, like in this series, bump the defense because you're not gonna be able to stop Jokic. They need his offense bad.
They need his offense. So I would just put him on Joker and say, hey, you need to score the same. But I just came in because I was just in the neighborhood, so I come by and say hello.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
You call me right on time too, because I'm about to shut it down.
All right, there, bro.
I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'll be live tomorrow.
All right.
All right, Bees. Hey, there y'all have it, man. That's Bees, man. Pulled up late, man. See, Reg Dog didn't want to pull up. Reg Dog had opportunity to pull up late, man. Bees came to the rescue and saved him, man. But look, y'all, man, we got a lot of good playoff basketball left, man. We got some more games tonight, I believe. A lot of stuff going on. Appreciate Tyson in the Cash App as well. Tyson, appreciate you coming through, supporting the channel. Like I say, y'all be giving, a lot of y'all, sometimes y'all don't think the little $1 and $2 and $5 don't matter, man. Look, all that matters, man. All that adds up. It adds up. It allows us to increase the production of the show, man. Now, like a lot of guests, more and more guests, some of these guest speakers, they be wanting appearance fees. I understand it. It's a business. And, sometimes we want to reach out and, maybe I have to pay an appearance fee or two just to get some of these athletes to come pull up, man, and chop it up. But, it is what it is. Whatever we got to do to make it happen, man. FYF Sports, man. But look, y'all, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all look for the people that are still in here. Link, man, y'all go get you some of the merch, man. We got new merch that just dropped. I just put the link in the channel. I've been dropping it all day, man. Y'all go check out the merch, man. We got a ton of merch. Some of the old merch is still there. The new merch is placed up on the store. So make sure y'all at least go check it out, man. Go check it out, man. Give it a look. If there's anything that you like, the coupon code is right there on the website. 20% off your order, man. Right? 20% off your order. If you want a bigger discount, just email me. You know what I'm saying? Just email me and I'll make it happen for you. Just all you got to do is email me, FYFSportsDebates@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email, man, and I'll see what type of discounts we can throw at you, man. Just so we can get you that gear in your hands, man. But look, he says Steve Kerr looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Good joke. Probably not too funny right now, but it is what it is. FYF Sports, man. Another great podcast episode. We're gonna be back with more sports news. Until then, it's FYF Sports. And we out.